All right, let's party. Wow. Sorry, I was fucking with the music. There's YouTube sometimes like the music playlist thingy I do. This like does not update the icons. I was like, that's weird. So, oh god. Okay, hold on. Let me strap the fuck back in. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. How you doing, Jay? Congratulations on your first. How you doing, Moss? How you doing, Horror Loving? Nice. How you doing, No Bike? Congrats. Fucking 500. Let's fuck. Oh my god. That's a big fucking number. Like, it's like, it sometimes just need to comprehend that's like, well, it's been, wow. Also, how you doing, Matthew? Supremely nice. How you doing, Ars? How you doing? Oh god, someday I'll be sent outside. I don't know when that's gonna happen. I live in fear of that moment. How you doing, Zeta? How you doing? I think we're good. Let's go. Also, I got the home. You did the fucking. What do you call it when you lose your teeth in an unfortunate mishap? Accidental. I feel like it's got to be a thing. I feel like there's got to be like some like insurance company that's made that pun before. And how you doing, 14? How you doing? Welcome. And how you doing, Black Roses? How you nerds? How you nerds doing for a comfy mini painting Sunday? I'm doing pretty good. This has been another. I feel like there's going to be a point when I'm like, how you doing, Seinfeld? How you doing? It's pretty good. No, you can't give points to that. You can't give points to that. We have to have some standards here. I'm going to be saying that like, wow, I did a lot of packing this weekend. And I'm going to be saying that a lot, but I did. I like packed up my whole fucking TV, got a bunch of minis boxed up, got some more. Like, I've been doing like intermediate, like little like snacking packing, I guess. Just like, you know, it's like, oh, it's like a little box of some junk. But no, this is like the first like real serious couple of steps. Oh yeah, there's absolutely gotta be some guy named like Dick Harvey. No, Dick Harvey's already a guy. He's gotta have some name with like Dick in it, but like as a shorthand for Richard, like Richard Clemens Schlorben, and he does not like he is the accidentist, 100%. Something like there's gotta be better last names I could have chosen, but it's all good. Like Dead by Daylight. That might be true. Once again, Dead by Daylight I don't play because like I already have a bad sense of direction. And that game is just not built for people like me. Like not at all. It's a very much direction-based game. Let me also like mute the ads a little bit and stuff. So basically what I'm painting today, so because of what I've been packing, it's like, oh yeah, there's like a lot of these like little lingering projects I need to kind of work on. And this motherfucker is going to be Wandering Morris for Turnip28. He plays a big horn and he has like a bunch of little dudes who follow him. Like if you remember way back a long time ago, I painted a horrible tooth that had like distended nerve endings. Same guy. It's part of his like little group. Yeah, I think I will say that like I consider Dead by Daylight in that like same like self-harm category as League of Legends. And depending, I would even argue more so than I think. So how you doing, Steve? How you doing? Oh, I'm glad you're happy to be my sub. I know that you're doing like a tee-hee ha-ha thing there, but thank you. Because yeah, that's true. A lot of them are direction based, except for like, I guess there's that one where it's like you and your friend are taking like a glass case, and it's like a glass window pane or whatever, and you're trying to like navigate an obstacle course. But yeah, how you doing, Stay? How you doing? Welcome. I'm painting my Morris. Then again, I think the last like what is classified as a friend slop game that I have played, I think that was Repo. I don't really play a lot of them. Like I don't get invited to the friend slop games like all the cool kids. I really don't. So like I played a little bit of Repo when it was new, and that was fine, I guess. It was not particularly like once again it's like it's the kind of like overriding ethos of like, well, you like your friends and you'll play whatever with friends. I have played garbage MMOs with friends. I played garbage MMOs. See, I never really got into Phasmo, but I can understand getting like enjoying Phasmo because you can even kind of do it as like a single player experience thing. But yeah. But yeah, a lot of those like the I don't even like. Well, I missed Peak entirely. That was sort of like the last one of those I was like even aware of. There was like a a very short period of time where I think I was going to be on a peak stream with somebody. I just don't think that panned out because of like life stuff. So yeah, I end up dodging most Friendslop games for better or for worse, which is fine. I don't even think I know Nemesis. Like I said, there's just like a whole world of them out there that I have like absolutely no context for. And you join sub bonding, you can. You are. Thank you for your sub and thank you for contributing to the Jeff Bezos's ghost. I know he's still alive, but like I always like to treat it as like Jeff Bezos's ghost. It's just like kind of like lingering over Twitch cycles. Technically, I guess you're not wrong in a weird way. Different cycle than the normal way, but yeah, no, technically not wrong. I was about to say something with cycles and stuff. I just totally blanked on it. It's fine. It's fine. I'll remember shit later. But yeah, it's been. Yeah, I could probably zoom in a little too. I can get a little bit more zoomage. Go sooner. Oh, that'd be nice actually. That would be nice. Actually, oh yeah, fuck. I was going to say like I did a little bit of research into what it would take to combine my stream chats for between YouTube and Twitch, and it's like one of those things that's like not complicated, but I need to get Streamer Bot, which I don't have. I know that, so like there was like a really weird thing where like Sammy was sort of the like, oh yeah, if you want to be like a VTuber who does like cool creative things with their UI stuff, Sammy was sort of the one you were supposed to go into. But there was like a weird bit of thing where it was like one of the Sammy devs was like, yeah, we put a lot of AI bullshit into this. And also we're going to there's like some weird drama with that. And like some guy kind of like took the source code and did some shit. So as far as I can tell that like that's kind of Sammy's kind of dropped off, and Streamer Bot has been around for a while. So I feel like a sub-tracker thing probably exists. I don't know. That used to be handled by like really talented autistic individuals with spreadsheets. You don't really see VTuber spreadsheet nerds very much these days. I feel like that used to be more of a common species, and now you don't really see them as much. Probably for the best, because I feel like maintaining those kind of spreadsheets is just kind of like stressful and like mentally destroying in a weird way. How you doing, Turtle Sages? How you doing? I'm welcome. I'm painting the big toot, big horn. But yeah, I have to like thinking there's like I wonder if there's that like VTuber period tracker or whatever supposedly, but I think that was basically just fake, and I don't think people talk about it anymore. Ah, you're just doing for a joke on that too. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, that thing was interesting. That's like I can understand people getting upset about it existing. I totally get it, but it's also I just love it's like this is an abomination and like it's invading my privacy. But you know, once again, fair. But I also like the people like, oh, why aren't I on it? Do you not care about about me enough to track my period? And most of the time, it wasn't even tracking that. It was just like going to Twitter and just like control effing tummy hort and putting that into a spreadsheet. Probably not a spreadsheet, like a database or whatever. It was the laziest shit. Terrible investigative journalism. They would never make it in the field. Yeah, I remember there used to be a lot more like. I guess I do also wonder maybe like the spreadsheet people just kind of really went maybe either went more underground. I don't know. Is my stomach been hurting? No, because like I'm not gonna act like I eat the greatest, but I do cook a lot of my own meals. A lot of VTubers just kind of survive on just like DoorDash, and then they explode because they're also probably like lactose intolerant or whatever. Oh, steak sounds great right now. I haven't had like a proper steak in a hot minute. Steak sounds good. I don't want to do this, guys. This guy's got like a lot going on. I'm trying to I need to make sure I can get the various pieces. He's got weird skin. He's got a lot of hair. He's got a metal mask. The metal mask I think would be good just to set the mood. Also, I gotta do a little bit of metal dry brushing on the other guys just to be legit. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. The Dino Nuggies never did anything because even as a kid, I was like, I think it's because as a kid, like, you know, I would always compare Dino Nuggies to fucking like, you know, like McDonald's nugs. And I'm like, this is not nearly as good. But then I go online and it's just like adults. They're like, I fucking love my Dino Nuggies. I'm like, is this like a, like performative chicken nugget enjoyment? I don't understand. I don't know. Also, how you doing, Chucker? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, it always did feel more like a millennial adult thing, kind of referring to that. I don't know. It's a regular grass to a cattle farm. Is it? I'm waiting for the follow up. The stakes have never been higher. Hey, let's go. I kind of like the build up of that one was pretty good. The build up of that one was pretty good. I enjoyed. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. Plus we've done broccoli, but it's because if they did, like, as soon as nutrition would hit their body, they would like contemplate the greater mysteries of life and fucking explode. So that's probably what's going on. Really, I mind you, maybe I've only had like, I guess whenever we've had Dino Nuggies growing up, it was always like the most like, oh yeah, like, I know there's like different tiers of Dino Nuggies, but I think by the time they made it their way to my house, it was like, oh, this is what you feed like prison convicts. And I was like, as a kid, I was like, I don't know if I like this. That's probably what was going on. I might have just been introduced to shit nugs. There we go. I can cook too. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's cooking's good. Also getting a little bit of getting a little bit of metal dry brush on this because like these little metal bits are just kind of blended in too much. So yeah, this is my catapult, and apparently I forgot that there's going to be like a big turnip event near me this upcoming weekend. So if I can get this guy all jazzed up and ready to party, that'll be nice. So he's like really close. Like I basically got like the metal and stuff. I just got to dry brush. I got a lot of the wood. I could maybe dry brush some more, maybe do some more highlights on the skin like that. Yeah, it's one of the people I usually play turnip with has been really big on like running events lately, which has been very, very nice for me as a busy lad. Ooh, that sounds good. I love me a good broccoli cheddar soup. Mind you, it is basically like what if we could turn cheese into soup? And that's, you know, that's great. I like delicious cheese soup, but like still good shit. Still very good shit. There we go. So every one of these I hit with this little like dry brush is pretty nice because it's bringing a little bit more color variety to this bad boy, which he sorely needed. Get on there. Here we go. Hold on. Look at. Oh, there we go. There we go. I was trying to see if I accidentally got it. Also, let me zoom out a little bit on this guy. This guy doesn't need as intense a zoom as the other one I'm working on. No, yeah, no, cheese soup do be good. Cheese soup do be good. But yeah, also I gotta play some Trench Crusade today, which is fun. I gotta do my we were playing like a very hyper lethal, like made up, like where the person who's running the event's doing like a Link scenario where it's like in one side somebody can like explode a dam and that will affect the other board, and I was caught up on the other side of the dam explosion, so a lot of my army got like swept off the table before they could do a huge amount, but like luckily the damage wasn't too bad. I had to take my two bodies out behind the shed though. They one of them got nerve damage and one of them got a missing eye, which as what is effectively like my elite units that do a lot of ranged attacks, not great. Not great. If they cannot fulfill their main job, I had to put them down. It was sad. Otherwise everything went pretty good. Like my Brazen Bull ended up getting that like injury thing where it's like, oh, your Brazen Bull is hardened. He is no longer scared of anything. So yeah, that was neat. That was a lot of today's stuff for me. On the top. It was that, just talking about like events and stuff. It was nice. It was like once again, I'm very thankful that I have like weekly not TRPG. I mean, I do have a weekly TRPG group, and I'm very thankful for them. But like the weekly wargaming has been really fun too. Once again, it's nice to be able to like take all the minis I work on stream and just be like, all right, fuckers, it's showtime. I made this in front of a bunch of nerds, so it's been forged in a foundry made of pun jokes. Pun jokes. I feel like pun jokes is like redundant. There we go. Pun jokes are regenerated. That doesn't make any sense. Not that. Oh my god. There we go. Nope. Pulling out the cringe for that one. I gotta pull out the cringe for that one. Come on, man. Come on. You were doing so well. I was like, these are better than usual. I'm enjoying these a bit more than some of the other ones, and then like no. Get a little bit of metal on there. It's fucking close to being done, which will be nice. Blessed by the heat of the Thunderdome. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice. And then, like I said, the packing is going pretty good. It's once again, I continue to get hit by waves upon waves upon waves of nostalgia, which is also not abated by the fact that I've been looking up like early 2020 VTubing stuff. I think that's what I kind of want to do for my like. I feel like every time I've done like an anniversary stream, it's been like, wow, look at my old models, and that's fun, and I will still do that, I believe. I don't know, I kind of want to like maybe see if I can do like a thing to explain what like the landscape at the time was like. How you doing, Snuzzle? How you doing? I think it'd be fun to add a bit of like context to what was going on when I was getting into VTubing. I was like, that'd be neat. I don't know if that's going to be ready in time for the actual like 6 year because I gotta move. You guys will not hear. It's a big part of my life recently, so you're gonna hear that a lot as a heads up. So strap the fuck in. There we go. We got a bit more color on him. I might I could maybe do some dry brushing on the tendrils. Might add a little bit more. Some other stuff I could do. That is like this. This is garlic trebuchet. Yes, indeed. It's not the main model for tonight, but I am working on it in tandem with the main model for tonight, which is Morris. Well, what do I want to paint your skin like, Morris? Not your skin, your fur. I could just do like a weird red fleshy skin. That might be fun. And a weird red fleshy skin, and then just kind of do what's it called? Red fleshy skin, and then just kind of like maybe like brown or gray hair. It's the new place. I don't know. I could theoretically do that. Maybe we'll find out if everything will be like functional for when that happens. I don't know. I'm expecting that I'm going to try to move like literally everything in my life except for the like computer setup until dead last. Because like there's like stuff that's like, so like I had like a TV in my living room for like a while actually. But I so rarely use it, so I was like, I can pack this up first. And got hit by nostalgia, so I'm packing it up because I was, man, I haven't watched this in a while. I don't know, there's like something about having a TV in the living room that feels right, but I'm not really like a go to the living room guy. It's like I get off my work at the guild and I go back here to this computer desk because I'm either getting ready for stream stuff or I'm like working on minis or whatever. I've started to actually. I've actually started to liquidate my stuff a little bit. Not minis wise necessarily, though kind of yes. Specifically, what I've been doing is like a lot of like my terrain supplies, where it's like, oh, I got this varnish or I got this like cheapo acrylic paint and stuff like that. I'm probably also tearing some shelving units too. Basically, like that's the kind of stuff I'm doing. Actually, weirdly enough, my minis are way easier for me to store and move. So that's not actually that much of a concern for me at the moment. Like having room to move that around is not that big of a deal. Like, would I like to? Yeah, but I'll probably maybe wait till a big mini swap meet or do something. I don't know. Like I have been like doing a bit of Marie Kondo on my shit, where it's like, well, okay, I haven't used this toaster in like. So like I can donate that toaster just fine. I have not done it for any like miniatures yet. Probably not great actually. I probably should be like liquidating my minis a bit more, but it's the wrong brush. I was like, this brush does not retain a tip as well as I remembered. It's because I was using a different brush. I think it's because like mostly so the tricky thing is when I did go to the swap meet, I actually did weirdly liquidate a lot of my minis. Like, there's some stuff that, like, maybe I could turn in. Like, I got some, like, Wrath of Kings armies from way back when. I could probably get rid of my House Goritzi stuff, because I don't know when I'll theoretically use them. If anything, the danger is I've been looking at a lot of my deep stuff as, like, these are functionally, like, I have not seen these minis for so long that they are functionally new minis in my eyes. And sometimes when I see new minis in my eyes, I get like ideas for the projects. I have a bunch of Stark minis for the Song of Ice and Fire war game, and that's fine. You know, I like those guys. That game is pretty cool. So like, I don't mind keeping those around. But I also have a couple of Lannisters because I got these 2-player starter box pretty used and it came with some Lannister dudes. And I was like, what if I like rebase the Lannisters and ran them as like 1-page rules Empire? Like basically run like a Warhammer Fantasy Battle Empire with Lannisters. And they got a lot of just like dudes with swords that would actually look totally fine if used in like an Empire army. So I'm just kind of like, okay. Interesting. So I wonder if this top meat should be a bit like, his arm meat being a little bit of pink before it kind of eventually will turn into like a weird pale is fine. I wonder if doing that for the head is a good idea. Like, I definitely want to make his flesh like weird and pallid, but like, I don't know. Most popular video. It's kind of not that far. It's been, okay, so I haven't checked like my most popular stream for a while. I can check that real quick. That might be kind of fun. Objectively, my most popular view for a... Fuck. Okay, no, so that one eventually got bumped down the fort. Right now, weirdly enough, my most popular one is when I painted the Skaven Rattling Gunner. That straight up even beat like the big group Lancer stream, which is buck wild. Okay, also just when I randomly decided to paint some word bearers. Yeah, just random Cataphractic Terminators popped off. I don't know. I don't know the mechanism of what causes like any of my mini streams to do particularly well or not. Sometimes they'll get like 500, sometimes they'll get like, you know, like maybe like 100 or maybe like 70. I don't really know. Like, I don't think it's a thumbnail choice thing because my thumbnails are very boring. I have a very utilitarian set of images that I use for those. That also might have been like right when that box was new too. I haven't really done that thing where it's like the Lancer stream with like Brandon and Jets and Maple. Who's the last person that? Oh yeah, and Ronan. No, wait, Jets wasn't that one. Hold on, there's like, yeah, you're right. I've done like 2, but yeah, it was definitely I think the one with Brandon in it, which did pretty well. That's also. How you doing, Saberwolf? How you doing? Knows how it works. Wait, what do you mean no one knows how it works? I know how it works. that's how I do these mini painting streams. How you doing? Glad you're doing pretty good. Hell yeah. But because yeah, it's Lancer. To be fair, Lancer's a very fun system, and like I think it'd be cool to learn the rules anyway, just so you could like play Lancer on your own. Hey, let's go. Necrons are legit. Necrons are pretty legit. I don't have any myself. I'm more of a horrible flesh monster, which is like every time it's like, what if I was to paint Necrons? What would I do? Ah, yes, flare virus infected Necrons. Yeah, okay. I literally look at the robot faction and I'm like, what if flesh robot ? Oh yeah, the new destroyer detachment. Hey, let's go with the. I know what the guy is. He's the big like destroyer virus dude. Who's just like mostly axes, but something like Atramentar fuck butts or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, he seems neat. He seems neat. Like he's got like this guy's got little ropes around his arms. I need to make sure I get those appropriate. Oh, Necosaur Mentor. There we go. Nice. Yeah. Right now I'm painting a model that is like in Turnip28. There's a cult that has a tough named Wandering Morris, who is just like a happy-go-lucky like. Basically, almost like a Pied Piper for little weird pets. And that is what I'm painting up right now, because I've had them for a while. I was like, it'd be fun to run the pub crawlers. They seem like a neat cult. So yes. Sometimes it's winds of magic, sometimes it's strong wind. It'd be like that. Oh yeah, the new Nightbringer seems pretty legit. I saw weirdly enough, the thing that I saw that was the coolest thing with that is that somebody... So like, if you look at the old epic versions of most of the Demon Primarchs, they look very, very different. And that version of Mortarion was basically like, hey, imagine the Grim Reaper. Okay, that's it. You can stop. They made the Grim Reaper as Mortarion. And somebody basically kitbashed Mortarion back out of like the Nightbringer Mortarion and like some other bits. I think it was like Vulture Wings from like another kit. And I was like, oh damn, that looks legitimately very, very cool. All right, the strongest. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's always unfortunate for stuff like that too, where it's like you're like, hey, I can't wait to play game, and then like you get stomped by the strong army. But yeah, it's Necron's cool. Yeah, right now I'm definitely more of like a word bearer's chaos guy though. You know, surprising literally no one. Though I will be painting Sons of Horus on Tuesday. Because I was gifted a bunch of Sons of Horus guys, and I stripped the paint from them. And I could make them back into word bearers, but I think like sometimes when I get minis that were given like a specific color, like I've taken minis that were colored in a way, and I'm like, I don't like that, and I'll get rid of it. But there's something that's like, I think it's also, it doesn't help that I'm going through the OG like couple of Horus Heresy books. I just got to the point where Tarvitz is like, yo guys, I think Horus is gonna fuck the shit up. Sacred emergency parts. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I think it's just because like the Nightbringer is now the sort of biggest like cloaked body in the range, so that's probably gonna get used for a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm also realizing how many is fucking the exact same. You can like every now and then. I don't do it as badly as anymore, but there was definitely a time where it's like if I like a song, I will end up with like 3 remixes of it. Especially if for Vocaloid songs, it's really easy to get stumbled into remixes. So how you doing, Trogo? That I know nothing about Plants vs Zombies. I'm sorry. I'm aware it's a game. I've never played it. I don't got the strongest desire to play it. It's probably, like I said, it's probably fine, but like, I've not been. It's not super appealed to me. Yeah, that's just the thing too. It's like people get like $300 worth of models to do like a kit bash, and it's like that feels like a lot, mind you. I'm very lucky. Like a 3D printer lets me kind of do bigger kit bashes with less bullshit, but like, man, that's quite a bit. Oh yeah, a lot of people do it. Like Lady Oleander's one of those. Basically, like every Nighthaunt model is really just bait for a cool kit bash. It's just kind of been inherently that thing where it's like so many Nighthaunt just get purchased just to become really funky tech priests, and I think that's beautiful. Like just the amount of those chuckle fucks that just end up on the other side of a kit bash and they just become tech priests is just very amusing to me. But yeah, I haven't really bought like I do kit bash kit stuff, and like I haven't really bought any G-Dubs kits to do. Though I got the Havocs, and I do have just like a bunch of like actual Space Wolf bits that I want to use to turn those to long fangs for my 13th company, which is maybe a project I'll start soon. I have to be kind of careful about which projects I start, because you know I need to make sure that whatever I do can be packed easily, or like I can not require like a bunch of supplies for that. I'm just realizing that this model is small enough. I need to watch out because it's starting to get that wander to it. Oh yeah, but Trust You is a really good Vocaloid song. Really, I like a lot of the early classics are still pretty good, but I do like, you know, I think Vocaloid's kind of neat where it's like you can like the original ones, but also like the newer stuff isn't necessarily bad either. So it's all pretty solid. Back. I also added a bunch of like actual tree branches, which is where they're all like getting in my shit. Which is not too bad though. Like these are springy enough that I can kind of just like wiggle them around and push them around. It's not too bad. I'm also planning on layering this guy a couple times, which is also fine. Oh, also there we go. We haven't had like a proper gooch shot in a while either. So hey everybody, you're welcome. We're getting all up in that grundle. But yeah, no, it's neat what I'm thinking about. I almost feel like I should plan my projects in advance of like what ones I'm gonna keep around before the big move. And not that I'm getting rid of them. But it's like the long fangs are pretty easy to do. The Sons of Horus guys they've been just kicking around anyway. I had to get them new backpacks though. So apparently the Horus Heresy 1.0 like power packs were done in a way that they would basically like, it was basically the back, like when you get a lot of Marines now, the power pack is like one piece. But like those were just like, there's 2 pieces, like a front and the back, and they would fit really, really, really weird. How you doing, Noodles? Do I like Dalmatians? I'm neutral to Dalmatians. Like I like dogs, and like I think Dalmatians are cute, but I don't have like strong Dalmatian opinions one way or the other. I'm curious where this is going. Yeah, I mean, like Dalmatians are nice, you know. Oh shit, you're right. It is 101 Punch. Fuck. I did not even the 101 Dalmatians did not even cross my fucking mind. It's like I understand that that's like a Disney movie, but I feel like a lot of the Disney canon, it's sort of one that doesn't get brought up as a huge. Didn't they try to do like a Cruella Deville spin-off like a couple years ago? It was like her like origin story, and I think they tried to make her like a real kind of like. I know they've done those stories where they just take like a Disney villain lady and they're like, actually, she was really sad. You don't understand. I feel like they did that a couple years ago and it didn't do super hot. I think it's the thing is like I feel like you could take like a Maleficent and be like she was, put upon fantasy lady. But I feel like if you're like, oh, Cruella Deville, she's just a down on her luck, just like cutthroat weirdo entrepreneur. I'm like, I don't think that works for that. Like, I don't know how many people are gonna be rooting for Cruella Deville, especially considering it's like her main mission in life is to skin dogs. Like it's I've also not seen Maleficent. I'm vaguely aware that there's like some thing that makes Maleficent like I don't know about redeemable, but understandable at the very least. But yeah, no, it's like I don't know what you would do to Cruella Deville. That's what she would. I would love if that was true. I cannot imagine that's real, but boy, that would be so great. And I knew from that point in my life. It's like in like a hunting movie where like somebody's dad gets like gored by a rhino and they're like, I must wear the rhino cloak. Is that real? Are you shitting me? Hold on. I feel like that could be real, but also I need to confirm with my own eyes. Is it really? That's probably right, but I just haven't looked it up in a while. No, Cruella's not a good movie night movie. I still need to figure out what I want to do for movie night. Oh, there was just a 2021 movie called Cruella. Huh. Where else if I just go to Wiki? Dalmatian. Oh, this man's being chased by his Dalmatian dog, which pushed Catherine. Her mom gets knocked out of a balcony because of a But why? It's like I have to imagine. I'll tell you in a minute. I'm learning about the Cruella Deville movie. I have to imagine that Disney was like, all right, writers. There's like 8 writers because that's just how Disney movies are made. They're like, all right, we got the writing team for this, and they're like, all right, we're so excited to do a new movie. Then they're like, you got to make a Cruella Deville movie, and they're like, oh, how do? Then they're like, all right, you have to make her like sympathetic too, and everyone's like. You mean the lady that wants to skin dogs? Like, yeah. You have to make her like a tragic villain and like, make her sympathetic and cool. And they're like, the dog skinning lady, right? Yeah. She has to be, you have to give her an ethos of why she'd want to skin dogs. And you're just like, oh, yeah, I have not seen. I vaguely remember. There was a while that I remember. I assume these people still get traction on YouTube, but I feel like they used to get a lot more traction. People who are like, Disney is dumb and over. Like, I guess like a lot of people like the kind of person who would just do like 8 million videos of Star Wars. And I'll admit I was guilty of watching those for a while because I was like, what the fuck happened to Star Wars? None of that. I remember that used to be like a whole genre. I guess that genre of YouTuber still probably exists. I feel like I might have heard about the Cruella movie from one of them, but yeah. I'm glad I stopped watching those kind of people because I feel like that in particular is a path just to being like a miserable, burnt out husk. Like I think there's very much like, like enjoying everything and just kind of just basically just letting Disney do whatever and be like, I love Disney. I have my hat and my ears and I go to Disney World. But I also have to imagine the alternative is just being like one of those guys that like Disney does anything and they're like, is Disney too woke for its own good? And it's just like, oh man, that's just how you make money. You make your entire life is like, I guess on like in a really abstract sense, the idea of putting food on the table by being angry at Disney, you're like, oh, you know, I could be angry at Disney if I wanted, but like in the soulless pandering way that you got to do. How you doing, Sam? I'm doing Wandering Moors. I'm doing Wandering Moors, and we're talking about Cruella DeVille's movie where they made her a plucky fashion upstart lady. I thought there was like, on one hand, I thought there was like a long time ago. It was only 2021. I was like, oh, wait a minute. How, buddy, pal. It's 2026, my guy. I'm like, oh, shit. I keep running into this where it's like how far 2021 has been fucking with my shit. Especially because once again, the looking old VTuber stuff, like I've been having like really interesting thoughts where it's like, you know how like people are doing like retro websites? Like there are people that are like, you know, it's really cool. We really like the idea of doing like, you know, someone's like, yeah, I'm like 18, but I want to do like a NeoCity site. COVID really is half a decade ago. It's amazing how that both like fucked my shit up and did not fuck my shit up that much. Like I didn't get COVID until like after it was like sort of like became more like a normal thing you can just get. Like now people just get COVID and you're like, oh, sorry to hear that. Make sure you get sleep. As opposed to like, oh, you might die. But like, hey, what's it? Yeah, it's not cool to get COVID anymore. Yeah, there's like somebody recently around me who's like, oh, I just got COVID, and we're like, fuck, god damn it. Like it's I think it's nice. Like it's not good, you know. I don't want anyone to get it, but it is also like no longer like it is just like getting a real bad flu. You're like, oh, I got the flu, and you're like, oh damn, that sucks. Get some soup, and you're like, you know, stay hydrated and whatnot. Yeah, all the cool people are getting measles. This guy's got like a couple of he's got like a couple of bells sort of like woven into his like fur, which is going to be annoying. I guess at this point, if I just poke out a couple of this blue. It is cool. I mean, it's like, once again, that thing of like, I no longer wish to live through world-changing events. I kind of liked how for a long period of time, like, I wasn't, where it was just like, what are you doing? I don't know, the same shit as yesterday. I'm ready to stop. I would love to no longer go through world-changing events, please. But yeah, at the time, it's kind of neat. But it's also like, I'm also thinking about like early VTuber culture archiving is really, really finicky. It's hard to do. Think about this, everybody. Think about this. And this is just for like Hollows and Niji Sanjis. Like, you're a big VTuber, like ostensibly, especially during that like early period of time where it was like such a big thing to do. And like you graduate and then your shit gets wiped. Like bunch of culture just exploded. Now, not that, mind you, that like every fucking like Apex stream or whatever like needs to be like put in like the Library of Congress, but it's also like I said, I've been looking at a bunch of like early 2020 stuff lately, and for VTubing, and there's just like it's just dead VTubers that just have stopped existing for like upwards of like 4 years now, like because like they were around 2020. And then they kept going for a while, and then they stopped, and they just would like deactivate their Twitter and destroy their YouTube channels and stuff. And like any record of like someone who's like a really early pioneer is just gone. It's just fucking gone for no day, you know? Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I could definitely use that. Most measles the best. Yippee! Yeah, now it's just like I think it's more like flu too, but yeah, pretty much. Oh, Trench Crusade was pretty good. My Alchemist got the advancement that gives her an additional die to ranged. So she rolls 3. So whenever she snipes, she rolls 2 dice for base and then 3 for her skill, and then 1 for the sniper rifle. And if she's higher up than the opponent, 2 extra ones. Latest on the road made me oh no. So are you gonna be able to grab it the next day, or is it just gone forever? Like would it still potentially be there? That does fucking blow. But yeah, it's it's like all those like little baby steps and like things that people were really talking about during early VTubing stuff. And like, yeah, a lot of that's just not gonna get archived. And like, not even like archive, like not even gonna like during, inevitably, if they do like, you know, COVID as like a historical thing, I guess it's in the same way that like when like, you know, when there'd be like during like the Black Dahlia stuff, there was like little bits and mentions of kind of like the like abstract artist movements at the time. But it's like, I assume the reason we know much about any of them is they probably, you know, wrote stuff down and journaled stuff. But if somebody just decides to just explode their Twitter, that just takes like all that done. And it's like, it'd also be interesting too, because there's so many like little sub cliques. It'd be kind of hard to figure out, like what was going on with like stuff. Like this is another thought. This is for people who've been around the indie sphere, particularly for a while. Does anyone remember a dude named Domo? There's a dude named Domo who was like really, really big. I think I might have even said this in another stream. This might be Grandpa Hal repeating himself, but like I haven't thought about Domo in years, and he used to do like, he had like a talk show sort of thing. It was kind of one of those things that was like really dumb, but a lot of people who were like would sort of go on to be like mainstays kind of were on that early on. Like I think like Made Mint was on there like early on, and some other people. It's like, yeah, that guy used to be like a whole big pillar of like potentially, you know, just kind of like a clique or something like that, you know. Not everybody had nice things to say about him. Even at the time, I was kind of like, he's kind of aggravating. But like, that was like a whole thing that just like, you know, I think he just vanished like 2 years ago from the internet. I don't see him anymore. And even then I stopped seeing him because of like algorithmic fuckery long before that. Or maybe he was still active and he just didn't have like as much to offer people. So they're like, oh, you're annoying, we're just gonna stop. I don't know. I think about that. It's like, you know, it's like a whole thing that might eventually be lost to time. Like, I don't know. I don't know if there's like much I could really do to archive it myself, like, or if, like, even if I want to, do I want to, like I guess I probably might want to try to like collect a lot of my. It's also really weird for me too, because I feel like a lot of because also my memory's bad. A lot of me kind of dividing my own errors might just be digging through my own Twitter timeline, just to kind of figure out like what I was doing in a particular era, like the type of schedules I was using, or like who I was collabing with and stuff like that. Like, wow. And of course, you know, this mood hits my weird jelly brain at the same time I'm doing like a big ass pack for my for the new place, which like I said, I have a place that I think would be good, and I need to call them tomorrow because their online tour schedule thing. It's like a weird thing where it's like, yeah, you can schedule a tour online, and like it's like if I try to use the online portal, it's like, oh, you want to schedule for like 1 to 2 bedroom houses. I'm like, no. Only a 1 bedroom house, please. I'm gonna miss having like, so like I have like a dedicated painting room / like 3D printing room / photography room. I mean, I guess the painting room is for airbrush and stuff only, but it's like, oh, I'm not gonna have that anymore, am I? Oh man, you're trying for a bit. He's turned out pretty. He's definitely got that like weird fleshy look to him, which is good because that's what I'm shooting for. I'm glad these little branches are bendy. I'm glad those got some like yeah, I mean technically this is my dedicated workshop. A games workshop, my god. But yeah, I mean that's legitimately why I don't go to my living room very much. It's like this is unironically my games workshop LTD. There we go. So let's grab this bad boy again. This is gonna be a real quickie. I just want to add. I already started like right before stream. I was like, I should probably start applying black to his base, because like this is a very boring thing to do. As in, like, you know, it's not adding much. It's adding something to the model, but it's like not. It's just like a kind of like repetitive technical thing I got to do. It's like, yeah, it's just like mechanical, just painting a rim. Oh, speaking of which, too, I gotta work on these. But like, so like right before all the big stuff was going on, I ordered a bunch of these. So let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. I got some base converters for rank and flanks. So like I got these ones particular so I could stick my Blight Kings in them so they could be just big fuck fat boys. I will eventually like I want to put like texture paste and then kind of like prime them brown and maybe do some like, I don't want this to be like super complex. Got some 32 mils. Some of these. I don't know what else I can do. And I got some of these. Also, this is the I found one of these bigger bases kicking around, which is nice. So probably next Sunday, will probably be this bad boy. Like this, I basically what I need to do for his base is I need to like do some spackling and then do maybe some more like crust effects and texture paste or whatever. But yeah, he's gonna be ready for a like his true rank in Flank Destiny. Also, I gotta say too, I gotta get like these bases are nice because I could use them for unit fillers. So it's kind of what's it called? One page rules is kind of weird about these because like this way I say this. Instead of, oh my god, fuck off. Where it's like, usually you take damage from your back row, and like one of these chunks basically, does it really give you a back row to do stuff with? But that's also fine. That's also fine. Let's go back to this. Buddies. And you got good burrito sweats. You gotta. Yeah, I like the dude. Like this dude. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this dude so far. He's turned out pretty nice. But yeah, I used to like I used to originally I would play video games in the living room. Like I think that's where I beat Disgaea 4. I used to really love the Disgaea games. I loved me a grinding game. I don't know why. This is even like before I found activities that I could like podcast or music. I would just go and do like, you know, the most repetitive, mind-numbing grind in Disgaea forever because, like, you know, I wanted to do I'm actually trying to recall if I've ever beaten Ball, though. So every Disgaea game would have Ball as, like, the big, like, okay, this is the end boss, motherfucker. He would just be a gigantic fuck-off stat check. And, like, to be fair, most, like, Disgaea early game would have a lot of strategy, and Disgaea late game was mostly, like, it's basically, like, if you know, like, wargaming, like, the idea of, like, in a good war game, in theory, you would, like, you know, you would build your list good. You would build your list good, but, like, you know, during the course of gameplay, some things might happen that would stop you from, what's it called? That would stop you from winning, and you gotta kind of, like, really take that into account and do some things. Also, I still need the other guy to dry bits. I'm gonna do some with this. But then, like, after, like, once you got into that kind of, like, last series of areas, it's like, oh, this is just actual grinding. Because I do Fleet Admiral 1 of 2. Wait, where's Fleet Admiral 2 then? Well, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. I'm working on some turnip models. Also, this guy who's like a beast of Nurgle, but I want to try. I saw where I was going with the skin, but I think I want to try using that, like, oh fuck, knocked on my brushes. That, like, Joe Sonia's magic mix and then some of the Proacryl dark ivory and kind of do like a weird, kind of like fleshy pale glaze to him. I'm gonna see if this works. I don't know if it will work or not. I'm gonna give it a go. But yeah, I think the closest I've gotten to beating Ball was in Phantom, like Makai Kingdom. Like, I still I like the Disgaea games, but for some reason Makai Kingdom was the one that always gelled with me the most. I just really like that game. It was like same general universe as Disgaea and everything, but the sort of the big change on that was like it was gridless. And you would, like, summon people. No, it wasn't quite like it was basically the same kind of spin-off as Phantom Brave, but you wouldn't summon things into objects to inhabit. You would just kind of, like, I forget exactly what the mechanic of that was for, like, the summoning on that, but it was really fun. I really liked that game. I played the fuck out of it. See, all my brushes are fucked up. All my brushes are just getting fucked up, and I don't like that very much. There we go. But yeah, that's always the tricky thing too. Is like it does reach a point where it's like I guess I could never say that like as a Disgaea fan that like I never really like you know I missed out by not ever fully truly beating Ball, but also like man, some of those later ones are just fucking agony. When I'm sponging this, I'm not doing this like a technique thing. I'm trying to get the right mix between this like pigment, like material and then this white that I'm using. I'm gonna put that back in, just kind of swoosh it around a little bit. There we go. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so the entire reason I'm talking about this guy is that originally, like back in the day, I would just get over from the guild and I'd play games like that. And then I'd do that in my living room. And then eventually I kind of switched over to like, I got into like Hololive stuff. So I would just go home and just kind of like eat and I'd watch clips and then I'd probably play some video games later. And then once I became a VTuber, I just never really did any of that either. The living room used to be looking for a job. Well, shit. I hope they find a job. It's hard to get one these days, to be fair. How you doing? If you did not know me already, I'm Halbernaut the Mimic Elf, miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle game variety. I'm currently working on some turnip stuff, though. This guy is technically more of like a Beast of Nurgle sort of deal. This is a sculpt that like a friend of mine made. He basically was like, this is in his cast-off bin of like, yeah, this model just didn't work out the way I liked it. So I decided to give it a go. The Halberd. Hey, let's go. How you doing, Lunar Wind? How you doing? How did Calbernot treat him? Calbernot. I do like that name. There we go. But yeah, how you doing? Okay, this is like doing pretty good. I feel like every time I try a new pigment with this magic mix to kind of like thin very lightly into a glaze consistency, I have to basically like relearn it from scratch almost. Like, I think that's almost too thin of a brush. Give this a go. Look at name animals. Really? I feel like I'm surprised. I've never gotten far enough in Zomboid to have an animal. I've always been on like survival mode. How you doing, shopkeeper? How you doing? Welcome. I'm applying some skin to this big fuck to try to like basically try to like bring it back to more of a like. At some point when I was working on this guy, I just ended up making him stupid pastel-y, like pastel. There we go, pastel. And it's like the scheme didn't. I feel like I realized this too when like I was painting my some of my Skaven Jezzails. And I kind of did them to like, I think you guys were, I was like, what color should I do this? And you guys were like, oh, do them like primary colors. And I did that. And I was like, oh no, I don't think I like this. I think I keep falling into that trap over the course of my life. I don't recall what was the last build I played Zomboid on. It's definitely been a bit. Like I think the last time I played, I actually could not tell you if it was 2024 or 2025 when I last played Zomboid. Like I could check through my Steam and just see, I guess. Washes will definitely tone them down too, but I kind of want to build even a little bit more towards that. All right, Zomboid. The last time I played was find out. Zomboid was just 2024. Wow. So yeah, I have to imagine if Build 42 was new, then I have assumed that I have not touched it at all. But yeah, it's kind of cool that that game is still like getting pretty actively updated too. I need to pull back up this chat. Yippee, let's go. This is before or after Cars were invented. I think it was after Cars 2, but before Cars 3. Yeah, there we go. I take your joke and I parry and I thrust and I bring my own joke upon it. Oh shit, no, you're actually making a real joke. I thought for some reason, I don't know why I immediately went to the like, oh, this is calling me like a million years old for some reason. I don't know. Like I read that as more like yes, did you go back to school back when the dinosaurs were still around? And I don't know why. I don't know why I went to that, but I did. Whoops, teehee. I believe cars were on the map, but like I said, every time I play that game, the little defensive. Apparently, I'm surprised. I'm surprised about that. I was always on that like kind of like I am running around and I'm trying not to die stage of that. So like I couldn't tell you like if like cars were like a drivable thing. They were definitely like in the environment, and I probably had access to them, but I never could. Like I never had the resources or time. I like the farthest I got is like, yeah, I love my hoop stick. Did. I never actually played. It would be fun to play hoop stick just to say you did. Actually, I've never actually done it. Because Resident this guy's glaze is going to take like a billion years, which is fine because I want to glaze another lad real quick. Go to you. I can use that similar mix on the hand, which I think is actually going to give me a lot more what I'm looking for. They wouldn't trade for the job. I did not mean to shrink myself. I was realizing that I'm just like in an awkward spot. There we go. Scooch a little bit there. That was when I was young and spry. I'm not going to rule it out. I think right now the current things on my docket, like I said, guys, it turns out that I like the hit video game Half-Life. So maybe I'll play every Half-Life in a row. Maybe I'll vary it a little bit and just kind of mix things up just a smidgen. I got the option to do both. I could always do both, which is kind of nice. I could play like Half-Life and I could be like, okay, Half-Life 1 was good. I'll give it maybe like a little bit of time and then I'll do Half-Life 2. I'm thinking, so it's like, my thought process was to do every Half-Life that isn't like a spin-off or Alex. So for me, the idea of doing like 1, 2, episode 1 and episode 2, like those seem pretty reasonable. Those are reasonable like entries. But yeah, basically just like the core ones. How you doing, Fuber? How you doing? Bit on those like weird, gross hands. Now I'm making him look real weird. I also get a little bit on his feet too, just a tiny bit. Kind of ass go. Wait, what do you mean the second game is kind of ass? Isn't that? I was always under the impression that 2 was the one that like people liked Half-Life 1, but people really liked Half-Life 2. This is an opinion that I have not encountered before. I guess it has to exist though. There has to exist like Half-Life 1 purist, or like, you know, Half-Life 1 had the shit, but then as soon as 2 showed up, they just kind of fucked it all up. Oh, Red Faction. Oh, there we go. Oh, my bad. I totally missed the original part just because of was the life before VHS was. VHS was always a thing in my life, so I think definitely VHS probably came before I was born for sure. Digesting food right now, hell yeah. I am too, I guess. Yeah, I did eat right before stream because I came back from War Games and like immediately got ready. Yes, I did. I am in fact also eating or digesting. I'm not eating right now. I have to, you know, paint minis, but the idea is there. But yeah, after Half-Life, I'm thinking I want to do the Panzer Dragoon games because I've heard that those are amazing. Also, Panzer Dragoon Saga has been like another game I've been eyeing for many, many, many years. So hell yeah, congrats on the streak, yo. Hell yeah. I'll do Panzer Dragoon and then maybe a little bit of Baroque. I know Baroque is a very like almost roguelike kind of game. So I don't know like if repeated playings of Baroque would do super well in terms of like being streamable content, but that could also be to like as like maybe play for a little bit, get a taste for it, and then figure out if I want to play that on my own or not. I don't know. But your weird, gross, pallid hand. Firmly grasp it, motherfucker. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing last time. I was just doing like little drops, and then while it's still kind of like wet, I just kind of went and just kind of like feathered it a bit. His foot's real weird. His foot's always going to be kind of like weird and dirty anyway, though, so that's not the worst. Getting a sampler pattern. Ooh, let's go. What do you be sampling? Yeah, I just might also just cover that foot with dirt again later. It's I forget. I know there's like some. I think it's. I mean, it's definitely lights for sure, but it's definitely one of those like there's what's it called? From what I understand, there is a progression mechanic, but it's not like. I don't know. I try to avoid too many spoilers about that game because it's also one of those games where it's like the knowing what to do in the game is very much like the learning curve. So I never really want to like super spoil myself. Oh, that's treat it like a little sampler platter. Yeah, exactly. Okay. That's right. I waited a bit too much time to kind of like... Plus, I feel like the interior of this guy's fist isn't going to be too crazy either. Let's go. All right, let's put you aside for now, and then I do want to get this guy done. I think the last step will be to cover his base in glue and add little. I have like little like chippable like little fake like actually I think they're real leaves, but they were like hole punched. Like someone took a hole punch of a leaf and used it on leaves to make itty bitty leaves, which is what I got going on for that. Milk and alcohol. Hey, let's go. Let's go. I guess in Zomboid, a gallon of milk a day is like a legit way to live. I'm trying to figure out what color I want to do for the fur. Part of me feels like I kind of want this to look like an old wizened thing, so I actually think like a gray would be good. Like I got this brown gray that I've actually that's like it's like relatively dark, but it's still obviously gray. Yeah, that's gonna be my Morris. That's gonna be my Morris, which is gonna be legit. Oh, so they don't care about nutrition, there's just calories. In that case, like, yeah, butter is king, so. Okay. Lactose intolerance? No, lactose maxing. I'm probably gonna go for more cool colors. Well, I'll find out though. Okay, like I've used this brown gray a little bit on something that was already painted a color. This is gonna be my first time really applying the brown gray to something flat, because like I was originally getting this color for Space Wolves as like a base coat. No, if I remember, I think the brown gray was fine. I think the cool what's it called? This cool gray was a bit too much. You just let them milk it. Just let the milk get married. There we go. Something like that, yeah. Playing on my brushes again. Also, give me a quick second. I need to turn off my heater. It's now reaching like outside the Goldilocks zone. The Goldilocks zone. Okie dokie. That should mean that things will get colder soon, which is nice because I'm melting. But yeah. But anyway, this I guess like I still got like 2 more streams of Half-Life 1 before. That's assuming I don't like eat shit and die horribly. It's like just difficult. I'm also realizing that like I feel like a lot of times I just kind of meet the sign, like usually the government soldiers, I'm just kind of like, fuck it, just shoot you directly when I'm in front of, like, you know, not by, I try to use cover, but sometimes I remember just like realizing like, oh yeah, no, he's just like, I'm just shooting this guy right here, like out in the open. It's fine. It's fine. Once again, like nobody expects me to be good at FPSs unless you're a random guy on YouTube, and I'm like, you gotta realize, buddy, that I'm gonna suck shit. So you're not gonna get anything better than this from me. I think it's good to set expectations, though. Mind you, a lot of, you know, sometimes you just get people that are just like, why aren't you playing my favorite game perfectly on the first try? That is a very common kind of like first time chatter. I'm very lucky that most of the time, especially for like mini painting stuff, you guys are like very, very chill. Like people who are just like, hey, I saw your painting, what's up? Like you don't really get painting backseaters, which I think is very nice. You don't get the like, bro, you should paint that green, what the fuck? Like you don't get that very often. I showed them, yeah, I mean that's, you know, that's mostly just you though. That's mostly just you. Ah, paint it purple. I was actually thinking about that. I was also weirdly thinking that like, I don't know why. Like this guy's gonna be like my Wandering Morris, but it's like I can also kind of paint him word bear colors to make him like a weird sort of like demon thing that would just kind of look good. So I was debating like red robes. Stop using. I'm not using G-Dub's paints. You're doing it wrong. You should say start using G-Dub's paints. I don't know it'd be an appropriate insult, but sure. I don't know what you would insult somebody. Call them like a hipster, I guess, for not using Gino's paints. I don't know. Anyone who would yell about you about stuff like that very likely doesn't paint minis anyway, though. Like it'd just be like theoretical like man on Twitter who has like a Black Templar's profile pic but has never read a single 40k book, painted a single model, or even played Space Marine 2. That's mostly you're kind of getting the opposite direction of that. Like a little bit of fur, like a little there. Yeah, I'll probably go back and repaint that. Like that little bit is more, just like fleshy, but this will be good. Yeah, this is also originally just like a bestiarm. They did like a whole like. So there's like a whole kind of like forest Baphomet kind of revelry set, and what's it called? It's like you got these guys. There's also like the leader is this like big fucking just like goat demon thing, and he's got a gigantic horn codpiece. Like very much, it's like the implication is like, yeah, this guy needs a magnum condom for his monster dong, but instead of magnum condom, it's just big ass fucking horn. It's actually like a really cool model. I was debating using that because like I have an idea for so like I was building Fulgrim, right? And I was like, I've not done anything with Fulgrim. Why? Fulgrim's a cool model. And I realized it's like, oh, it's because Fulgrim's just out of the box. Like, that would just be me painting default Fulgrim. Wiki. Yeah, oh god. Yeah, the fucking... Like, orc stuff is always really tricky because you have people who are like really... It's like... Orc misinformation is also just really common too. So somebody who's like, yeah, I know 40k lore. If you take your hands and go pew pew against an orc, it'll die. Like that's not, buddy no, I'm sorry, your lore is from memes, which I think weirdly ruined orcs a little bit. Like I'm not like orcs suck forever. It's just more like my enjoyment of orcs is really tempered by that because they've just been like fucking the memer faction for so long. Then I was like, oh, okay, sure, all right. Hey, Lana, how you doing? Oh yeah, so the original model that turned into this thing, he had like the mask is definitely, I smoothed a lot of it and I kind of like sculpted it into being flatter so it could be a metallic mask. Normally doesn't got that. Yeah, but I was thinking about like what to do for Fulgrim. I was like, it'd be cool to like kit bash Fulgrim with another model for that kind of thing. And I was like originally debating that one, but I was like, no, I mean that's like a good version for like a foresty, woodsy like excess Fulgrim. But I actually found the model I want to kit bash Fulgrim with. I don't know when I will get around to do it. This might be another like new house project, but I can kind of show you what I'm thinking of. Because I'm already doing, like, my word bearers, like, who have fallen into Slaanesh. But they're still word bearers. They still want, like, something, like, really, like, to worship. They still really crave that, like, divinity aspect of it. So I found, like, this, like, really cool bestiarm guy. Oh, yeah, I mean, they've always been goofy. Like, I guess let's say, I don't hate goofy orcs. Like I don't despise any whimsy for orcs. Like orcs generally need to have some whimsy, but there is like a way to do it. Let me see. See if I can find the big fuck I'm thinking about. There we go. All right. It's surprising no one. It's a bestiarm model. To load them some ammo to keep the fight going. All right. There we go. So like, this is from the Echoes of the Seraphim, which is like, I like bestiarm. Grimdark Angels are kind of tired, but whatever, sure. They do Grimdark minis. But I was thinking about like this bad boy. I was like, ooh, there we go. So I'm thinking like, cut off some of the hands and put his swords in there. Take the grinny like face and put the Fulgrim mask there, but still leave the eyes and stuff. And then I'm debating if I want to take the weird exposed belly and add the like Slaanesh scar thing. I definitely want to add like the snake tail to it though, and then maybe put the wings in the back. That's sort of like my plan. That's sort of like my plan, I guess. Oh, suit and tie orcs, the most horrible fuckers of all time. They will fuck your shit up. that in the right spot. Something like that. Yippee. Wait, what do you mean dibs? What do you mean? When do you mean dibs? What do you mean dibs on that thing? Nanda. I guess I know what you nerds are, so some of you probably want to fuck it, but you probably should. I figured. I was coping. Listen, I knew. I was reaching for any other answer, but I knew deep in my heart that like that could be the only one. So, it's fine. Could get like in the back too a little bit. Probably accidentally gonna paint a lot of these, like little like branch bits. Listen, I've known you nerds for a while. Like a lot of you guys have been around for like once again, you know, doing 500 punches, which is 500 streams, which is like, oh boy. I'm actually curious if I sat down and counted how many streams I've done. And that's what I think. It's like I want to like. I think there's some neat things I could do for like I don't think I'm gonna go like, yeah, here's the HAL stats for that. But like maybe I don't know. I could do that. How you doing, Benny? How you doing? Yeah, I'm doing a couple of turnip models today. So this is gonna be my Wandering Morris. He's very very early on. What else am I gonna get him so I can just like glue his ass to debate? So I'm also like debating. It's like on one hand I could put him like this. So I'm trying to do that thing. If you take a base and put it at an angle, it really changes the mood. So this could work, but I'm actually thinking more like this. Just add like an inherent kind of just like slant to it. Like even like that, just to kind of add like he's like like makes him off center so he's a little bit more visually interesting. Man, I'm saying, hey, let's go. Oh, brutes are big spicy. I've been also like preparing some guys for some brutes as well. So like, if do you guys remember a long time ago, I had Takodachi riders for Turnip28. So, that was like a project I did with my very early 3D printer. So it was using incredibly shitty resin. And over time, basically every Takodachi more or less shattered into uselessness. So I had to get rid of the Takodachis. However, the riders were basically fine. So I'm basically taking them. I need to like do some more base work. The idea is I'm going to take all of them and put them on a 60 mil base as like a 6-man multi-base like missile brute. And just have it just kind of like, you know, just like a bunch of old guys who just like to sit around and chill. How you doing, Casual Maker? How you doing? I'm working on various turnip projects today. This one. Dude, I guess I can also use this lighter gray on his, like... What do I need to do? So let me zoom out a little bit. I got this stuff. It's looking pretty good. I feel like there's like a couple little bits I can just add a little bit of, like a little bit more spice. I was debating the idea of doing maybe like a very light dry brush on the... I'm sorry, the Takodachis are fucked. Like, I would have loved them to not be fucked, but they were. So... So the turnips, indeed. No, you're fine. It's like, but like, they were just kind of too. They were just like legitimately too damaged. I just had to get rid of them. I know this is the same song I'm gonna go. I can skip this one. The thing is, I really don't want to make new ones. Like, that project was fine. Oh, let's see. There we go. Let's get back from that break. The thing is, like, I really don't want to make any more Takodachis. Like, that project was good for what I wanted it to be at the time. But, like, I think it ran its course and just kind of did everything I wanted to do. So if they broke down, that's fine. Trying to get a little bit more definition on the ropes. Get like super crazy on there. I just want this to read a little brighter, but yeah, I don't like The Takodachis themselves also, like, the big thing is always still, even with the newer, stronger ABS resin, their halos are fragile as shit. Oh, basically, I'm saying that, like, I don't really want to make new ones. Like, they were fine for what they were, and I was happy that I made them. But, like, for me, I think they've done everything I wanted them to do, you know? The Horn guy's, as Wandering Morris's thing is that he has, like, he's basically like a weird Pied Piper. He, like, will wander around, and then, like, little goofy little pets are gonna follow behind him. And you gotta, they end up on various battlefield locations, and you gotta pick them up. It's effectively like an army where, every time you, like, collect an objective, you buff your dudes. It's pretty neat. I think there's also, like, it's like not that there's like, oh yeah, Turnip Power Gamer, but I think the pub crawlers has like a lot of really cool, like, neat tech options, and there's like a bunch of pets that you can use to sort of like tailor your list. So like there's an option that, like, like stump guns are a very cool unit in Turnip, but one of their things that kind of sucks is that they have no movement. They can never really control an objective. But there's actually a Wandering Morris upgrade that you give them a, what's it called? You give them a ox, and the ox can actually move the stump gun around. And there's even other ways in the cult to scoot the stump gun around. And then you could also get, like, a bunch of melee attacks. Yeah, this is the Ludger's Loathsome Siege Works. Yeah, I'm very lucky for me too. I was just doing this on a whim, but apparently there's going to be a big turnip event near me, and the plan, I believe, is to mostly do cults from the Siege Works stuff, from, like, the new book, The Shattered Lance, which I think is going to be pretty cool. And that's from this, yeah. So yeah, this is like this is not really one that self-damages as much. It can explode. It can explode still. But it's mostly about, like, dropping, like, debuff markers that really fuck your opponent's accuracy. I love cults that do that. I also really like the gutter snipes with their spuds, because the spuds will just hover over and be like, yeah, you're getting a penalty to your inaccuracy, motherfucker. For some reason, that level of, like, control and debuffing just, like, really activates my neurons. There we go. Okay, so I originally used, like, a mahogany color for all the little tendrils, but yeah, this doing this, like, last little bit of tan's doing a lot of work, which is good. There we go. But oh yeah, if they roll, I did have mine explode the first time. I ran this guy previously before the model was finished. I just took him to my local shop and just kind of ran him, and yeah, no, that fucker exploded, just, like, straight up. To be fair, it did everything it needed to do. It fucked up my opponents, and then on, like, the very last battle of the game, it was these guys versus the chicken, like the new chicken dragon thing, and these guys did really well. They held up really well as far as, like, doing stuff. I was able to lock the chicken down. It's been nice. But yeah, we're doing, I think Shattered Lance comes with a couple of scenarios, and I believe the plan is we're just going to do them out of the book as written as part of, like, a big, like, 1 or 2 day event. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go both days, because, like, I do still got some, like, packing is kind of in a weird spot where it's like, the more I pack, the better things are, but because I don't have a house lined up yet, it's like, I will eventually need to pack anyway. So if I pack, it's not like I'm wasting time. It just feels strange. So, like, yeah, it's like, yeah, packing. I don't know where I'm going yet, but packing is real. Yeah, I'm doing these. I was debating doing because I also found the model that I painted for Tonks, of all things, ages ago. That would be a perfect chicken, but then it was like, it turns out a lot of people really want to run the cult that has, like, the cool monster in it. So I was like, well, if other people want to run it, I can't run it. I'm doubly cursed where I really like to gap fill. If there is, like, you know, if somebody was like, hey, Hal, we're running a TRPG, and they'd be like, all right, they're like, what do you want to play? I'm like, what's everyone else playing? I will play whatever nobody else is playing. That's just how I run. But also the same thing for, like, a war game. If somebody was like, outside of reason, like, I'm not gonna, like, totally change a bunch of shit, but, like, you know, if everybody wants to run the cool monster cult, I'll be like, hey, okay, I have options. I have options for sure. And if other people don't got options, that just makes it even easier, because then they can run the option they got, and I can run one of my infinite amount of minis I painted on stream. It's like that's also the thing too. I'm the guy that shows up to the area with a bunch of minis painted because I paint them on stream. People ask me locally how I get so many minis painted. It's because I'm compelled to paint minis for 8 hours a week, every week, 56 weeks a year. Well, actually more like 55 because I take a break. I take a break for MagFest, and then I usually take a break for Christmas. Because Christmas is just kind of spotty anyway with whether people could watch. So it's like, yeah, you know, there's no reason to like force myself. If other people are gonna be holiday busy, I can take some time to recuperate. I thought it was 56 weeks. Am I on crack? Hold on. I feel like I'm going crazy now. $52. Fuck. Why was I thinking 56? Okay, no, I am going crazy. There we go. So basically 50 weeks a year then. That's the real answer now that I remember how math works. Or counting works, I guess. I don't know. Let's go dry brush the tree a little bit. The roots. They got some good textures I think kind of pop out a little bit with just like a smidgen. It feels weird just painting a real thing, but sure. I would love a bonus month, but only if I had access to it. I don't want anyone else like horning in on my bonus month. I want a bonus month so I can get all my shit done. There we go. What else do I want to do? I think for the most part, this guy's almost done. Like I could go back to, maybe I should go back to more. I'll go back to Morris and I'll come back to this guy. I'll continue to alternate. Yeah, let's get some, oh yeah, I think I'm starting to get some red for the cloth on this guy. The Forbidden Vtuber. I think all those would be pretty good. I do have the the nice thing about the Band of the Worm, I think Band of the Worm is the one that has the what's it called? Maybe I misremember which one's the Band of the Worm. But yeah, those are pretty legit choices. The Cavalry Cult does seem very fun. I don't have enough, I have some miscellaneous cavalry, but I feel like if I ran that, I would want to make something like some semi-bespoke cavalry. Like basically just like a bunch of dudes that I could use in other cults, but also for that. Oh, the pikes, yeah. The pike guys are cool, but yeah, you have to do a lot of modeling for that. Mind you, the idea of just having a big old brick of they can get 48 pikemen, which I feel like would be like 48 pikemen and then 8 brutes with guns. I'm like, baby, chef's kiss. That would look beautiful on a table, just like a big old thick ass brick. I want that. Won't call you up on your days off then, man. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, it's. I will say so far, I don't think there's going to be any. We had some talks about the guild about the sudden things need to be done on last week, and I think that was just going to be a weird one-off freak occurrence, you know. Which almost going to be paid. Hey, oh, there we go. Okay, so you're basically there. Yeah, okay. You're not even really doing I'm starting from scratch. You got the lads. Yeah. Best of luck then. Hell yeah. I believe you can do it. I believe you can do it. Especially I know some turnip people do batch oil painting to really blast through those. I do enamel washes and stuff, but I know there's totally not panicking and some other people that do just they'll do because I got a video of his pulled up that I have not got to sit down and watch about doing speed painting Skaven with oils. And as somebody who has a lot of clan rats, I'm like, that would be. Oh fuck, he's got the gigantic dong bell. I totally missed this. I totally missed the dong bell. Holy shit. God, I can't even sub-assembly this. This is a one chunk model, but he's just got a bunch of bells near the dongus. I can make that work, though. I can make that work. There we go. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Archive Pikers would be fun. Funnily enough, I actually used my Warg Riders that I painted as my missile whelps. So, mind you, you know, Orc Riders on Wargs are kind of a weird choice for Turnip, but they're not that weird. Or it's just effectively just kind of like weird, like just like weirdos riding strange dogs. So it's like you could definitely be like way more out of focus. Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, Perry. I've not like I think I've very briefly done some Perry minis, but like I would like to maybe someday get like a whole proper box. I think I was looking what there was oh yeah, when I was very briefly looking into doing like the SAS British like desert raiders for like a World War II thing. Because apparently the options were like, all right, well, you can get Wargames Atlantic and they look like gorillas, or you could get the Perry minis and they will actually be like proportioned. Like straight up, like it's like I understand that like I think those are older models, but like they do have like orc arms, like 40K orc with a K orc bodies. They're really strange. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Like there's like a comparison shot of the two from on the Goonhammer site. That was like a faint inkling of a project that is definitely not happening anytime soon. But let's see. I'm gonna see if I can find this bad boy. Yeah, there we go. So this is like a comparison of like the Wargames Atlantic ones with the Perry ones. Like look how fucking thick that boy is. Look how fucking thick that boy is on the left. Like, damn. He do be thick. There you go. So I can tell those are 3D printed bases by the lines, but that's not the biggest deal. There we go. I'll just do. Yeah, thick boy. Actually, I don't need to have that on there. I feel weird sometimes having like other people's minis on my stream up sometimes. Yeah, might be like that. It's fucking Saxon. Wait, is that fucking Saxon? Oh, okay, never mind then. Okay. Maybe he is supposed to be thick as shit, I'm just not aware. Oh, yeah, he needs a dick bell. Let me get that real quick. Let me get his dick and bells. Oh, yeah, electric. Oh, yeah, the electric ogres. Yeah. I also like, I forgot that they did the whole, like, Trader Guardsman thing, like the Damned. I think they're the Damned or the Doomed. But they haven't been in, they were, like, Kickstarter only, and I don't know if they've done those for, like, public ranges yet. Those are pretty nice. I would, like, having a couple of those around would be kind of fun for some stuff. You should totally finish your turnip stuff. You should totally finish your turnip stuff. Turnip is fun. Turnip is fun. Like what else turnip stuff you got kicking around? I was already in that like stage of this where it's like maybe I should glue him onto his base. I don't know if that's gonna be feasible or not. I have to get like a brush in there to try to dry brush the Dickon bells, and then maybe I could. I'm realizing that I have not watched the Suzuhara Lulu stream since she came back. I wanted her to come back for so long, and then she did, and then like it's like, oh, I guess I don't got time for it. It's like when the like all these video games I've been looking for years come out, and like, well, too busy to play them. Sorry, video games. I guess it's also nice about priming brown for turnip stuff too, is if I miss it just slightly, it still look pretty good. Yeah, the Damned is what I was looking for, because I think it was Aslan that was talking about like wanting to do like, oh, I really like that Trader Guard kit G-Dubs did. I want to do a whole Trader Guard army, and that's, you know, understandable, but that's also like don't buy the G-Dubs Trader Guard sprue 8 million times. Your wallet will explode. Your wallet will look at you and just immediately turn to dust. Like, let's see. I feel like I could, like, maybe, like... I don't know, like his shirt's kind of stained and weird, but like in a way that like I don't know if I like it or not. Like I'm thinking about touching it up. But I'm also wondering if I maybe go. Oh shit! Hold on, one thing I am forgetting about is the stitches. I totally forgot the stitches. When I primed him. Also, let me zoom out a little bit. He has like little side stitches that I just totally forgot about, which I can get with the. So let me just like an itty bitty bit. Hey, let's go. I mean, that sounds good. Either way, it's like you get to play some games, or you get to work on some lads. Forgot about these little bits. Just need a tiny little bit of paint too, and a little bit more water. But yeah, I guess I've never also properly painted a War Games Atlantic kit, so maybe they're better than I'm giving them credit for. I do really like their spiders kit though. I really like the spiders kit that's just like, fuck you, the spider comes with a ray gun, because it's like that. And I don't know why, for me that's like the coolest thing that anyone could ever do. It's like, yeah, you know the spiders kit, fuck it, gun. A weird little bit of nonsense going on with the area around there. Oh yeah, you can put goblins on them too, yeah. If I did, hold on. There's some paints I know I got. Hold on, let me stand up and look for the. This is the. Oh, there we go. I was like, this is the downside. Oh, because it like I don't know where shit is. You got some like old G-Dubs contrast paints, which apparently I remember hearing some people would do like some really cool stuff with like people would do some really neat stuff like Richard Gray for like using them as like a really quick wash. Like maybe that's what I gotta do. Maybe I gotta like go back to this shirt that I'm like not super feeling. Use that like little bit of the sort of like use this like Joe Sonia's magic mix. Do a little bit of like kind of like very almost dry brushing kind of. Maybe a little two brush blendian on that. Just to kind of lighten it up a wee bit. So like, let me zoom in a little bit. So like I got this. So I got this sleeve. The sleeve will be a good test. I'm gonna take like a wee bit of this. How you doing, Lemon? How you doing? I said I was doing Wandering Moors today, and that's still not necessarily wrong. But I after finding I scheduled that earlier, and then finding out that I might need to use this guy for like a big event thing is kind of like reactivated my need to kind of get him done. I'm gonna hit up some of these like highlighty areas, the schmidgen. There we go. Oh, some War Machine. Hey, let's go. Yeah, at least they're starting to do like Crucible Garden stuff, but then also like if you want anything sort of classic, you're kind of fucked. I have to imagine in like a million years they'll eventually put like the Legion of Everblight, my beloved, on their their printing service, and I'll have to go because like I stuck around for all the Cephalics, but then after a while I'm just like, well, none of what you're doing now is particularly exciting to me anymore. It's like Pharaoh are cool, but I'm also like, well, you know, I don't really need Pharaoh in any project really, so I'm just gonna not. Might have actually gotten this too thick, maybe. Or too thin, maybe. No. Oh, it really doesn't, yeah. Yeah, I have to imagine what they were doing is like, yeah, they're gonna do all those like funky side armies that just like, you know, that like people are always like, well, it'd be cool to do. And then but then like, you know, I always thought it'd be cool to have an Infernal army, but like not enough for me to pay like $100+ for one. I was like, fuck that shit. That's stupid. Like this is an excessive amount of money for what's being offered here. Yeah, because I remember they did like a big, like one singular big box release, and I don't know if that kind of ever turned into anything else. Slowly kind of like building a little bit of extra coloration to this. Basically trying to like I still want this to look dirty and like kind of scuffed up, but trying to do this like two brush blending to kind of bring like a little bit more like a little bit more color, I guess. But yeah, it'd be like, I don't know. It's like I really liked what they were doing with the 3D printing stuff, and if they ever do things I care about again, I'll probably resubscribe. But at least right now, I'm kind of tapped out. I'm like, well, I reached that thing. Like, I do this if I'm like paying for the 3D printing subscription, and I'm like, well, I haven't used anything of theirs in a hot minute, and realistically, I don't think I will. And it's like, I don't know, trying to cut out something. So like, this is totally on me. Ages ago, the guild was like, how you need to like have various Adobe things, and I was like, okay, fine. And that's not really true anymore. Like, I don't really need to, and I'm not using the auto caption of Premiere, which is what I was enjoying for a while, and Premiere just kind of sucks. Oh fuck. Oh. Okay, I was able to save that a little bit. Yippee! How you doing, Chieftain? How you doing, Blanc? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am working on Morris, but right now I'm just kind of working a little bit on I'm working a wee bit on the catapult because I found out today when I was playing games that that's going to be part of like a big tourney thing. Like the tourney in the loosest sense, we're not playing like, yeah, super sweaty turnip tournament. It's just like we're just doing like a big event. There we go. How you doing, Instances? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. And a little bit of feathering bullshit. I love using two brushes. Unironically, I do. I think I actually do really like this like two brush blending. A little bit, especially like around like this areas where like some of the wash got a little weird. Yeah, I would love it. Like that's my thought, is that like for like Mainoth and Everblight, that like someday they'd be like, well, these ranges are basically dead, but we still keep them around, like, you know, because like you know, you can run them in like tournaments and stuff. I'm like, so that means eventually they're gonna be some need to bring back all the Everblight stuff if they want to sort of keep that like, yeah, no, these are still totally viable. You could still run Everblight, and I know eventually they're going to do like an edition swap, and that's going to be bullshit because like, listen, I've been down this road before. Anytime a war games company is like, you could still use your old models, like, come on. I know. Yeah, I've been doing my own like, you know, like garlic-esque rootlings for a while because it's fun. I need a little bit more of that like magic mix in there. It's starting to get a little not as spready as I would like. See if I can touch that. How you doing, Fagoth? Oh shit, I feel like it's been a while. How you been doing? How you been doing? I'm working on some Turnip28 models, and they're going pretty good. A little bit of scuffage I got to work out, but so far so good. Hey, what you been up to, nerd? What you been up to? I was like, yeah, fucking join the Nanners fan club. Nanners did not eat her rat. I'm upset because I wanted her to eat her rat. But yeah, for people who do not know, this is my wonderful snake Nanners. Local Nanners does not want to eat. She does not want to eat rat, but she is still a snake, and I love her very much. She's super duper nice. Let's see. Did they change the mercs recently? I noticed I saw that they did some changes to the Sultan itself. Oh, corrosive ammo. I was just like, mwah, chef's kiss. So good. The whole count of dirty dishes. Well, fuck yeah. And congratulations for that. You are now in the Nanners fan club as a freshman. Hell yeah. But yeah, Fagoth, welcome to the freshman year of the official Nanners fan club. Yeah, basically they so what they said is that like, they're like, okay. They're like, let's see. Chef's kiss. Hell yeah, let's go. Mwah. Gold. They basically are like, okay, Grail needed some like something to do late in the campaign, so they gave like some strains that you could apply to your to your Grail guys, to like specifically to the smaller lads. Like those are pretty legit. And they also did but they're also like, well, Sultanate kind of is like lacking a little bit, so you have no, it's for Trench Crusade. Basically, the Sultanate is going to have the option to get corrosive ammo. What that does in Trench Crusade terms is you get the weapon you attach it to gives you what's it called, like negate armor, but you can only use it on like Jezzails and the halberd gun and stuff like that. So it's like still you can't just use it for like every Sultanate, everything ever. Oh yeah, I feel like for some reason I feel like it has to be like a Tyranid thing, and I don't know why. For corrosive ammo for 40k stuff. But yeah. I mean, it's, the idea of ammo that burn real good is not unique, to be fair. Let's see. Okay, so the lad, he definitely is looking better. I could maybe I could maybe touch up the reds a bit, but I don't think it super needs it. But still kind of fucked up. Maybe I think I'm just gonna go like, I'm just gonna re-dirty his foot. His foot was not looking super good. Yeah. There's some other cool things too. Oh, you're saying like a condition. Oh, okay. No, I'm talking about like actual, like this is you're firing alchemical acid at people. There's also, funnily enough, alchemists also do get a ammo type that says that, hey, if the gun you're firing would negate negate fire, I mean, if you're shooting at a guy with negate fire, nah, that doesn't count. This is alchemical Greek fire. Fuck you. And as as a House of Wisdom player, I'm like, nice, good shit. This one arm is just like a little bit more annoyingly scuffed than the others. Also giving an upgrade to the Lions or Jabir that gives them an additional attack. Brazen Bull gets a charge action that, like, if it charges somebody and, like, succeeds, you can knock them down first. Which is buck wild. That gives you a lot of shit you can do. You can totally do a pizza themed army, I think. Yeah, exactly. This is unironically DLC fire. All right, so I think this guy's basically done, but I want to do one quick little wrap up thing for him, which would be nice. Yeah, they've like, they're not done yet. So basically, they're like, these are proposed changes. They're not implemented, but overall, they seem really, really solid. As a Sultanate player, I became a Sultanate player at some point, but like as a Sultanate player, I like, fuck yeah, let's go. I'm going to take this guy, and I'm going to put him in here. And you're like, why are you putting him in there? Because I want to do some gluing. If I lost my... Oh, there we go. I guess I can mix glue in my palette. That's fine. So I'm 2 carriers. I'm true to pay. Yeah, you are. I'll change that later, but at some point. But that'll be fine. You can be in 2. I mean, that is also the fun thing about turnip stuff. It's like, if you like put your whole ass into a dumb idea, people will still be down for it. There we go. Get a little disposable brush. I'm basically just going to take a little bit of Elmer's PVA glue. I'm not going to hot glue it. No. Just going to take a little bit of regular glue and just thin it with the ittiest bittiest bit of water. Getting like dust and stuff in it. Bash down does. Oh. Okay, I'll have to look at those merc changes because I did not really get time to look at them yet. Yeah, I'm curious, because, like, that was my problem with the Witch Finder, because, like, I've tried running that before, and it was just, like, basically, by the time that the battle really got started, it couldn't do anything. It was just, like, you know, it was just like, well, yeah, that's real cool. I love it when this model just never arrives in the game that's all about movement. I'm like, I don't know if you guys thought this through a huge amount. Yeah, there we go. Warlock, go exfil. Oh, okay, fuck yeah, let's go. Let's go. Knights of Avarice player enjoys that quite a bit. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm taking like watered down PVA glue. And I know like leaves aren't really like a common thing in Turnip because technically everything is just kind of like dead and infested and whatnot. I like putting little leaves. I like putting little leaves on my stuff. I'm also going to put I'm going to put some glue on the lads. Just, you know, just dump some leaves on there because I think it'd be funny if they had leaves on them. Try to use as much of this glue as I can. Try to get as many of these little spaces as I can. I might also go back and add some like little water puddles too, because I think this technique does look kind of neat actually. Ah, fuck. Hold on. I knocked over my water. It was empty, but it just like jostled all my water containers. Yeah, and I got this like really cheap ass thing from Amazon that's just like leaves. Yippee, it's leaves. I love leaves. There we go. Add a little autumn delight. There we go. Leaves! Mean to leave you all waiting. No. Yeah, so put them on there, and then like usually I might hit them with like another like little bit of like send out glue just to seal them on. I know I have some like sealant stuff somewhere. Yeah, that's like one of those things is like I understand that the idea that like the trees are all dead and whatnot, but for me, like the way I do my turnip guys, like they just feel right. Being really like mind you, I use a lot of like audio stuff from like Over the Garden Wall and whatnot. But I find that the idea of just like a really autumny looking turnip thing looks pretty legit. Also, these guys are covered in glue, so I should. I want them to look like they've been kind of neglected. There we go. I feel like they should, yeah, you know. All right, so I'm gonna let this bad boy dry for a bit. Probably for a lot, actually. I feel like he needs to dry for quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, turnip is once again, it's one of those things that like. The logistics behind it will never make sense. So definitely like, you know, if they're like, well, there's like no leaves or anything, I'll be like, aha, I don't care. I'm also really big on the like, I'm somebody who is very much on the like, oh, I think this is cool. I'm going to do this. If canon says no, I will just ignore canon. Like the 13th company Space Wolves I want to start working on at some point. In the actual lore, they're no longer lost. They got brought back into the fold around like the time of like whenever Wolfen showed up in the Space Wolves Codex for like 7th edition, I think, whatever. They were just brought back. And it's like, was it 9th? Are Wolfen fucking 9th edition? What the fuck? That feels really weird to me. I keep thinking that they definitely feel like the new ones are like newer models. Okay, well, 7th edition. Yay, look at me remembering shit. But it's like, I think that's dumb. I think the original idea of them still being in the warp, raiding chaos for supplies while they fight chaos, and maybe becoming a little chaos is fun. So like, I'm gonna stick to that. And if Turnip is like, well, sorry, Hal, you can't have dead leaves on your thing. Yeah. I'm gonna do it anyway, fuck it. I don't give a shit. My cool idea triumphs any canon. And because I always think of that as like, it's like the idea, it's like, oh no, someone's gonna say my army is not canon, whatever will I do? whatever will I do if my army is not exactly matching the wonderful canon of Games Workshop? You know, the canon that everyone bitches about. Make an American trench. You should do it. Fucking do it. Like legitimately, like do it. Like there was a like Kickstarter that straight up had like Mormon looking trench crusade guys, and they look pretty legit. And like fuck it, you know, they got the blessings of the creators. Everyone's like, oh, these are cool. Do it. If you want American trench crusades, fuck it, hell yeah. You can base them off like American World War I guys, fucking cowboys too if you want. Who gives a shit? It's really the big thing of kind of something like that. It's really arguably more about like how committed are you to the bit. Like if somebody just took like a trench pilgrim, put a cowboy hat on, that's kind of like, oh, whatever. But somebody like legitimately made a very cool looking like Wild West like trench crusade army, that'd be really legit. Yeah, see, there you go. You could totally do that. I'm sure there's gotta be like a million George Washington minis out there. I haven't looked very hard. Mind you, the idea of needing a George Washington mini until right this second has never crossed my mind, but like, you know, that's exist in like pretty decent numbers. I wonder if I should do another layer of the pink, or if I should start building up on the pale. There we go. Let me arrange leg. I like rearranging leg. A Lenin Dreadnought? Yeah, that... I feel like that's a thing I've also seen too. I don't know. I usually, I'm like... Any amount of things that I see minis that aren't mine are either in like Discords of various places, or like my Instagram feed is mostly just kind of curated to people that do like kind of like the grim dark horror shit that I like. So like it's really funny too, because it's actually so much like that I don't see a lot of the horrible stuff on Instagram that people are like, it's all AI doing dumb bullshit. And like I've managed to entirely cultivate it to be just minis, and it's pretty nice. What about the lemon pig? What about the lemon pig? I do need to start. Oh god, I do need to start on that. Yeah. Now that I know what the Smash Bash theme is, I can start working on 2026 lemon pig. But I need to sketch out how I want to do that. Like I have an idea. So the theme for this year's Smash Bash is teeth, and let me see if I can give you an idea of like vaguely what I have in mind. See, let me get just like a smidgen more of this color on his legs, and like kind of begin showing you sort of what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking, ye old dome of mine. While we doki doki our wakus and whatnot. Still one of the best songs of all time. So good. Stack is so fucking good, bros. All right, give me a quick sec. So like I'm thinking about like this is what I'm thinking about for my entry. Like, not, I don't want to like rip it off. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Let's see if I can grab. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Walk off, Web Pete. All right, so I've been thinking about like the base of what I want, and I think like this. Like the fucking like Beetlejuice style worm, where it's like a bunch of worm with like a bunch of teeth, but instead of pointy teeth, I want like, I don't think I'm gonna buy human teeth for them this time. I still have like, I used the human teeth for another project, but honestly, those teeth could be popped out and put into this. My idea is like basically making like a snake body and kind of painting it like flesh colored, and then taking the lemons, baking them in the oven to dry them out, and then sort of like stitching them as like patches of like, I don't know the best way to say this, but like kind of like really like cracked, like fucked up skin. Also, the one lucky Gator, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. I'm explaining a Smash Bash idea that I'm thinking about. So, and then just kind of like making that work. Oh, you should. I mean, you should totally do it if you want it. You should totally do that. Well, I'm thinking about just 3D printing the teeth because I'm probably gonna need a lot. Like I had the project that like the fucking tokens for my Red Ribbon Society still have a bunch of teeth in them that I could requisition for that project, which would not be too bad actually. But yeah, how you doing, Lucky Gator? If you do not know me already, I'm Halbernut the Mimic Elf, miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgles game variety. Though today I'm working on Turnip28, which is another game I play and love a lot. I'm building my wandering. Oh god. I'm building my Wandering Morris. I gotta get like way up in his like weird, fucked up, like cavernous stomach flesh, as one does. What does that do? I paint rats. Ooh, oh, Lucky, don't worry, I got you covered. The rules are free online. This is gonna be for the version 17, which I think is still slightly outdated. But like, there we go. I think it's exclamation mark. There we go. So this is not my Google Drive. This is the official drive of the game. And that has the free rulebook and like a little setting book called the Swollen Maglet. Imagine like grimdark Napoleonic root body horror by way of Monty Python. That will give you like a general idea of what kind of goes on in that game. That should be at the very least enough to get you like, you know, you could read through it, see if that's like a game you'd ever want to play, or I don't know what you do for stuff in the hobby, but it's a game that I enjoy a lot. It's also like minis agnostic too, so you can kind of just do whatever. I'm doing this is part of a cult that leads a bunch of horrible little pets around, and you gotta pick them up on the battlefield so that way you can like, get all their sick bonuses and whatnot. All up in there. The angles of this are the fucking worst. It's like this is built like a model that should have like multiple pieces, but it's one singular piece because 3D print. Oh god, both my Nightbot things hit immediately after I just shared a link, so it's like oh god, the spam is real. But yeah, but yeah. So if you have any questions about Turnip or mini painting or whatever, feel free to ask away because this is the kind of stuff I like. Turns out I like this. Want some new tech? Ooh, let's go. See, we're getting bot conversions. I swear this is the last one. This should be the last one, I think. Hey, but what tech is that? Hey, fellow Death Guard enjoyer, let's fucking go. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. I do. I've mostly been converted to word bearers these days, but I still like my Death Guard boys a lot. Like, this guy is like not gonna be super worked on today. This is a friend of mine made like a basically a friend of mine made this sculpt, and I was like, this would be a really nice beast of Nurgle. And I need to kind of like get that going. Also, Matthew, thank you for giving Gator a sub. Thank you. Oh yeah, I was trying to like do like a highlighty blend thing. I don't think it really. Oh yeah, I forgot that I'm kind of doing it. Like, let's see. I'm using that like Joe Sonia's magic mix to try to get like where it's like you like poke a little bit on there and you just kind of feather it out. Like a little, just like a little bit of two-brush blending. Oh, there we go. Yeah, but thank you, Matthew, for giving Gator sub though. Thank you. But yeah, if you, oh, we forgot your UV pen. Oh no, is it adhesive? Oh yeah, I've seen. I think there's that like El Miniaturista does that where he takes he does a lot of UV resin effects, but like he's glued minis to the bases and then used the UV resin to sort of cure lock it in. It seems very neat. I've not fucked with UV resin much myself, but I feel like there's some like cool potential in there. Hopefully you find it though. Hopefully you do find that. Yeah, this is sort of like a weird glaze style that I've been like kind of using a little bit, where it's like I use like this like magic mix to kind of like slow the drying time and also kind of like heavily dilute the pigment. I'll put like a little drop of it on. Basically, this is more or less how like heavy body acrylics kind of work, and I do want to try those actually. And just kind of use that to kind of like smooth blend this on, because I realized I went a little too pastel on this body, and I want to be more kind of like skin, like weird pale skin. I'll just get like a little bit more on this side. I'm realizing this is also a thing where it's like if I keep working on this model, it's gonna take like a million billion years. So like, I'm just gonna try to use what's left on this brush, and then I'll switch over back to the original guy. But yeah, if you like Death Guard and stuff, Turnip is going to be like a good game. It's a lot of body horror. It's a lot of like kind of like It's definitely like a sillier game than 40K by like a significant measure. But apparently I keep hearing that like that apparently some of the newer Turnip lore stuff is a lot darker than it's been in a while. And I don't know if that's going to be like if this is just like the nature of this like new campaign or what's going on with that, but you know. Also realizing this brush has like a shitload of paint on it. So like these little like dot blends I'm doing are kind of like taking a bit. Oh yeah, making some coffee though. Especially because I still gonna be trucking for a while on the stream actually. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna set this boy down. This is a model that I can continue to do this forever. Like an infinite amount of like just doing that. Alright, you bloody pal. How do I want to do this? I think I need another layer of paint on the big tube. So what do I want to do for the wood? He's definitely got like little like ropes and stuff. Let's see. Which I'll need to get because I did not. Really could go in and just add like another, because like this is gonna need a dry brush for sure. The little bells are gonna require. Oh fuck. Okay, that's actually a good point. Okay. Before I dry brush the bells, let me do. I'm doing several things. Basically, what I need to do is there's a series of targeted dry brushes of different colors that are going to make a lot of areas of his skin pop really, really well. And I need to make sure I get those done before I get too far. Also, I'm just realizing the underside of the skin can use a little bit of the mixture. Because I want him to be like a weird, sick pink kind of old thing. I don't know. I want this guy to look like he's kind of like got that like he's like an ancient elder like stuff like that, you know, like kind of like a weird sort of like elder like wisdom to him, but also just, you know, he got his big horn. He's got his big horn. He's ready to have a fun time. I don't know when I'm going to run this cult next. I'm excited about the big events for the. I have not looked super hard into the campaign structure of the Shattered Lance stuff for like the new, for context, especially for Gator. Like Turnip's gotten 2 expansion books. One of them was sort of based on like mercenary. A cult is like a variant army. Imagine like if we're going by 40K terms, imagine everybody has the same army, but you use like a different detachment more or less. Is sort of how everything's done. But they also released a new set of those with a sort of flexible, like, army-wide gear systems. Like, you have, like, 25, like, monies. We'll just call them monies for right now. They're called Norberts, but whatever. We'll say money. You have 25 bucks. And you can use that to buy various relics that will improve, like, you give, like, a relic to a unit in your army, and it kind of buffs them up. Kind of like enhancements, actually. I'm going by... I'm just going by the modern... I don't really play 10th edition at all, so I'm just going by terms that I'm aware have similar connotations. I don't know what edition you play, or if you just paint, that's also fine too. I mostly painted before I got into playing war games on the regs, which just felt really good though. It has been feeling... I basically now just play war games basically every Sunday. Maybe even this upcoming Sunday too, which would be nice. So, luckily, I have another, like, I think the guy just put the, not like flowers, the fucking leaves on. It's going to take a bit to dry. I still got another guy, too, though. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's good. It was mostly just kind of like, it's like, how do we reach these kids? Like, I'm just trying to, like, find, like, similar terminology. I'm glad you're picking up, though. Yeah, I'm really big. I do Turnip, I do Trench Crusade, which if you ever need info on that, let me know, because I just got done playing that today. That was fun. I do every faction in that game, but right now in a campaign I'm playing Sultanate just because so like the campaign needed more Sultanate players, and I was like, I like Sultanate. I can do that. A little bit of Gaslands, a little bit of Necropolis. I really like Necropolis. Necropolis 28 is like a skirmish game where everybody is undead, which is really, really cool. This guy does not want to sit flat. I was just going to let him like sit like this, but just like the little tendrils in the back stop that from happening. So fuck Oni, I don't think I gave you a proper greeting. How you doing, Oni? Welcome. How you doing? Oh, no, that's fair. I really like resin, but I can understand the trepidation. I will say that depending on what you're interested in, the Prussians have like a whole army you can get for like $50 now. I think it's like $50. And that's plastic, and they're gonna be doing more. You can also make some third-party stuff too, like it's a minis agnostic game. So like if you did want to just like dip your toes in and use some like what's it called? Use some plague bearers as like what are they fucking called? Sorry, oh fuck! Did I just put this in glue? I think this is a glue stack. Yeah. Like if you wanted to use them for for the Grail zombies and stuff like that. There's like a Nurgle-ish equivalent that could get you that you could use to start out with. Use depressions to kill his big unit with a grenade. Oh fuck yeah, let's go. I did we were doing a very thematic story scenario where like one other player's board caused the board we were fighting on to flood, and I was very lucky that most of my army didn't die because of that, but also I had to my two Fadis, one of them got nerve damage and the other got an injured eye. So I did have to take them out behind the shed. I had to take them out behind the shed, but I didn't lose their gear or anything, so it wasn't too bad. Also just using a little oxide paint here because I'm going to be dry brushing these metals soon. This is like a good way to get that going. Yeah, I mean, so basically what they're saying too, it's like there's a lot of people that will play like a 40k, they'll play 40k and they'll never dip into other war games. And other war games are really cool though. You can do a lot of cool shit in other war games. I can understand like not wanting to fuck with res and stuff, so that's totally fair. I do think the fact you're willing to consider is honestly very nice. Like my very first war game was War Machine, so like I'm in like a kind of weird position where like I was like, by not having my first game be a G-dubs thing, I kind of got like a little bit of like outsider perspective of like, you know, I could try other games. Other games are fun. It's also made me a little like, you know, it's like, well, any war game I enjoy might just die at any second. So like, you know, have fun with it. Then again, there are groups of people that will play like a war game that's like not been active for a long time. There are people that'll just like pick up the like, yeah, I want to play Necromunda, but like the 1993 version. I think it's whenever they originally did the first version of Necromunda rules. And I find that kind of stuff to be really beautiful, honestly. I find that like really, really neat. Also do Flames of War? Hell yeah, let's go. I feel like I said, I think someday a World War II game will come for me, but I don't know when. To play Warhammer. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. I mean, that is, I will say at the very least, like older editions don't have a lot of the like the nuance of newer stuff. But like you could look at like an older edition of 40k and use that to kind of like figure out what's going on in newer editions and stuff. Yeah. Although to be fair though, I like the lore as well. I am currently I generally go through the audiobooks at a decent rate. I'm currently doing that thing that I should have done years ago, and I've been doing the first couple for the Horus Heresy. I just got to the part of the virus. I just got to the virus bombing. It's actually kind of funny because I'm just, you know, it's hard not to find out that certain characters live. So for me, it's not like, oh no, how will they get out of this tricky situation? I'm just like, they're gonna have to do some bullshit to get out of this tricky situation. I know Cinderman is gonna be around for a bit because I was not born yesterday and I've been on the internet for a while. But like, based on where I'm at in the book right now, I'm like, how the fuck is he getting out of this? How's old man gonna wiggle his way out of this predicament? I'm very curious about that. Yeah, it's the true. Eventually I will become Train Uncle Mick Historicals man. So far, it hasn't got me, though. It has not got me yet. I think what's going to happen is that I'm eventually going to read, like, one World War II book. Like, you know, there's like watching World War II movies, but I feel like it's a book thing. I feel like when the metamorphosis happens is, like, I'll read a book, and I'll be like, oh, shit, that book was really cool, and then I'll look around me, and then suddenly I have, like just, like, a bunch of just, like historical like World War II books just on my shelves. It just begins to spread. Battletech Gandalf, something like that. Yeah, too. How you doing, Grind? How you doing? Welcome everybody. Welcome. If you do not know me, I'm Halbernot the Mimic Elf, miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. Though today I'm working on some Turnip28 bullshit, specifically my Wandering Morris. Oh, what are you working on, nerd? What are you working on? I knew that was a hair and I just about yanked it, but no, it's branches. He got branches. Not sure if I like it. No, that's a mood. What are you, just because I'm done, what are you using them for? I really like using contrast speed paints for like glow effects and for like some like kind of like adding some like blended colors. I've tried slap chopping a little bit. That's never like, it's always been kind of left this like rough texture behind them. I've been seeing people do similar things with like slap chopping with sponges that I think actually has some legs. I might want to try one of these days. Oh, the black, weird. I actually heard a lot of people really like the Black Templar's black. Maybe it's like a different black. I know that there's a contrast black that apparently is really good for like miscellaneous little hoppy things. Like I think they use it to do like to add like some like color blending and stuff. What are we doing here? Oh yeah, these two guys. Okay, these guys are not Turnip. These guys are Trench Crusade. And so originally I painted their bases, and their bases ended up being like a weird arguably almost like a macaroni and like a barbecue macaroni setup, and I did not like that. So I painted over with like a flesh tone. And I'm gonna just kind of do a lighter slime. I'm gonna do a lighter slime on them. Ah, gotcha. I don't use black by itself a lot. Like rarely do I use black though. I think I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, it doesn't show them. These are some Sons of Horus I got from a friend of mine from their first edition. I stripped the paint. The backpacks were fucked, so I had to print them new backpacks. I wanted to drill the barrels, but like everything from this edition of like Horus Heresy, the guns are split in half. I started to drill 2 of their barrels and the guns like exploded. So I'm like, I guess you guys are just getting a fucking dot. Okay, I see how it is. Sure. Luckily, one of them turned out okay, and the other has like a slight. I can't find the fucked up barrel too quickly. I think this one got a little bit fucked up, but like in a savable way. I just decided that I didn't want to like chance it too much beyond that, you know. Like primer, contrast method. That should also work too. Contains a microplastic. Yeah, hey, listen, it's fine to get, you know. I'm at that like macroplastic stage, but you're not wrong. Going to Biostrip. Oh, I need to try Biostrip stuff. I've heard Biostrip is really legit. All right, so this is basically like the flesh tone that I've used before. Let's see. This is the weirdest thing. At one point, I had like for the other guys, I got like a really good goo looking color. And I've just not been able to replicate that, and I don't know why. Oh wait, no, I think I used specific. Oh, hold on. I think there's specifically a speed paint that I remember. It's like a golem shade. The bony matter? No, hold on. Maybe it was bony matter. I think it's pallid bone. Okay, fuck. Okay, that's why it hasn't been looking right. I've not been doing the right slime shade. How you doing, Jedi? How you doing? I never got around to watching the Girls and Panzer movies. Like, really do that one of these days. Yeah, okay. That's what was going on with my slime. I see. Oh, you got your pen? Hell yeah, let's go. Basically, I'm taking I got a big thing of acrylic gloss medium. I watched the series like many years ago, and I have not watched anything. Like, I haven't seen anything with anchovy in it. I would like to at some point. Let's see, maybe like 2 drops of this. I was like, how the fuck did I get slime for the other guys that look so good? It's because I was using a speed paint. There we go. All right. I think I need like 1 more drop in there. There we go. There we go. You wipe that off. Oh yes, wipe off some goo and then use a different layer of goo. Oh, sounds like you've been fucking busy. 10 more Choppa Boys, Tremors Death Company, Chaplain. Okay, so you're like really blasting through that. Well, hell yeah, let's go. So I might as well just like fully, like, you know, might as well just like, the bases are just kind of inherently fucked, so I think I'm just gonna fully slime time these bad boys. Like a little bit on the edges of the feet and whatnot. I think I still need more drops. Like it, I don't want it to be like too tinted. Actually, that makes a lot of sense actually. I think I have like 1 or 2 standees that got like a little bit fucked up at some point. That's a good idea actually. Shit, I'm gonna have to try that. And I just like to reapply this, and I can continue to layer on bits of the goo with like some more and more shading. It's like it should have some tint to it. I am tinting this. But yeah, these guys are for Trench Crusade specifically. Oh, I haven't had a corn dog in a hot minute. Oh yeah, get you a Sonic corn dog, yo. Get you a fucking corn dog. Hell yeah. Oh fuck it. We're big dripping tonight. All right, we'll come back to those guys later because I probably need to actually add another layer. We're going to ReaperCon. Oh fuck yeah, let's go. I had bigger plans to go to cons, and then this bullshit has happened. So I would like to still go to some mini war game thing. Whether that happens or not, I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. Life has been a box of surprises as of late. Okay. Are these dried? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I can take this dry brush and use a little bit of this copper paint. Make sure it's just the right level of coppery. Oh yeah, for context, my landlord decided to sell my house because I'm renting it, and he did not tell me until I asked for the yearly rent renewal. So I have until the end of April to find a new place. So far I've been packing shit, and I found a couple of places that seem legit. So like, not the end of the world. Still sucks though, but yeah, it's gonna, you know, a lot of my money for the next couple of months is gonna have to go into that. So, no, he didn't like file an eviction or anything. It's just like, well, you're like I'm not gonna renew your lease. So it's like, okay. I don't know how illegal that is. I don't even know who I would ask for that. Like, I don't know a lawyer to be like, you know. So I'm just looking for a new place anyway, and I'm just going from there. I'm just going from there. But yeah, I think unfortunately it's because the area I'm living in is becoming gentrified at a pretty spicy rate. So like I'm not in like a particularly like bad neighborhood or anything, but it's like an area that like I think is going to be real prime real estate to like put like condos and shit on at some point. My 90 days notice. Well, I guess the tricky thing is I don't know who to like be. I don't know what lawyer to be like, yo, you see that shit? Isn't that shit fucked up? Like, I don't know. If there was like, you know, if I can, like, that would be cool. Yeah, I guess I can Google that. Yeah. But also, I don't know. It's because if it's just like, is it an eviction if you're just not renewing a lease? I don't know. I'll have to take a look. Let's see. Let me Google that just so I can look up later. Apparently where I'm at, I don't think that's gonna help. Look at some of the regions I'm in. I'm seeing significantly less numbers for my region. I'll look that up later though. I'll look that up later. I will look that up later. Anyway, it's something I'll consider. It's something I'll consider. Yeah. I will maintain my OPSEC and whatnot. So like, I'll give it a look. I figure I still don't want to live here anymore because of that bullshit. But like, if I need to be like, yo, buddy, you didn't give me very many days to like plan this. What the fuck? I will leverage that if need be. Like if it's just like if I just manage to not be able to find a place in time, I'd be like, you didn't give me very many days. I'm sorry. You're breaking a law or some shit. I don't know. Yeah. I'll tell you until I'm not checking. How you doing? Yeah. It's like it bothers me because he was actually like a pretty decent landlord until this point, but it's like, well, okay. I guess he is still a landlord at the end of the day. But yeah. But yeah, anyway, basically, I feel bad. I don't want to like I don't want that to be like the reoccurring thing in like my streams, but also like, you know, it's going to be a big part of my life for a bit. So like, you know, sorry in advance, but I appreciate everybody who is equally concerned. On there, we got the little tarnished metal for all the bullshit. Yippee. Yeah, fingers fucking crossed, yo. I think I should be good on some things. I'm gonna be doing another check through my magic collection to see if there's anything I can just kind of like get rid of from that bullshit, which will probably help. I got some time for that. I got a place that I want to look at, but I need to actually give them a call. I just haven't done that yet. Thankfully I'm not one of those VTubers that's like, oh no, a telephone call. I guess I'm going to explode. How you doing, Ariel? How you doing? No, that's not how that works. Unfortunately, that's not how that works. I wish it did, but no. Yeah. But yeah, how you doing, Ariel? How you doing? So get a little bit of get some skin tones I can begin highlighting. Hey, glad to hear you're doing good. Hell yeah. Let's see. Stuff in there. Food variations. Oh, let's go. I'm painting, this is, about said Wandering Harrison. That's not right. This is Wandering Morris. There we go. And let's see, let's mix up some even lighters. Like really, really pale, fucky skin. Yeah, he's kind of like a happier Pied Piper. He's not like leading anyone to their doom or anything. It's more just kind of like, He's because it's basically, it's like a pub crawl sort of dealio, you know? Pipes for cheese. I mean, I'm sure just go with take cheese, you know? Oh yeah, so I got this brush over here too. So again, I'm due for like my usual brush maintenance ritual is like doing some cleaning stuff and then like cleaning off my brushes and watching Red Letter Media. That's usually what I do for like when I'm working on when I'm working on some shit. It's nice because, you know, I could just put that on for like a solid hour and just like get some stuff going. He's also got some like very like easily defined little muscular bits, which is pretty good. He looks like he plays bass. No, he plays like he's got a big ass horn. He's gonna play the big ass horn. Come on. Bass is cool and everything, but like, you know, he's got jazz for the soul, in his heart, his weird infested heart. So I can also do that. I can mix a little bit more of the. I don't know, like it's like the skin blends are a little too bad. It continues. Yes, it's like let me play his song of my people. Kind of that. It's like big old noise. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I get this at like a very good blendage level. Big old fucking neat. Fuck. Oh. But yeah, okay. This guy's really turned out pretty. He's not the most complicated model ever, which is also helping. Get these like raised areas. Put too much crazy time into that, but just enough. I could I could like just like put like the fucking like sax, like with the epic sax thing or whatever, just in the background when I play with this guy. That'd be fun. I still have the lemon pig that plays music though. He is not doing very well. Like the lemon pig that plays music isn't like necessarily falling apart, but like he might need to be interred in like a lemon pig dreadnought equivalent, which I don't know exactly what that's going to be. I think it's probably just rendering him into a terrain piece. For context, the very first lemon pig I ever did was attached to a speaker so we could play that. Do you guys remember the trailer for Mechanicus? Like, I think Mechanicus has one of the best trailers of any video game that I've ever, like, you know, I think it's got one of the best video game trailers. So like the idea was I wanted a lemon pig that would play that directly, you know? Let's see. I guess that makes sense though. If it's like, you know, you have the one instrument you're like really self-conscious about and like you know a lot, but like if you're like, fuck it, it's bugle time, and you can just like play the bugle and have fun with it. I get that does make sense to me. That does make sense. I'm gonna keep my like weird. Guess I can still kind of like lightly feather this at the same time too. There we go. Yeah, he's so good. It's such a good trailer, and it's like I did that with the like that was the whole genesis for doing weird lemon pigs. Also, I'm gonna be honest. So like when I learned about lemon pigs, the one fact that I missed is that the way a lot of people preserve their lemon pigs is they put them in the freezer. The entire time I was like, oh, people just let their lemon pig rot. That feels weird. I feel like I can get away from that, you know? That might be true. I've never really played, like, I have not played an Assassin's Creed game, so I don't know if their trailers are any good. I'd believe it. There's some trailers that I really, really like for video game stuff. It's not video games, but like Magic the Gathering has done trailers in the past. I really like the new Phyrexia Mirrodin trailers and stuff like that. Like those were always really, really cool to me, where it's just like talking about like all the Mirrodins don't really know what's going on and just like the infections creeping into their world. And I was like, these are nice. These are really, really cool. Magic used to be cool. Fuck. Pain. Banjos also just seems like a fun instrument in general, though. I could see why you like jazz out on the fucking banjo. That sounds great. Pigs. I mean, that's if you want to make something that's like delicious and edible. I make horrible, horrible lemons. I'm gonna make a lemon with teeth. Ideally, it's by the end of May, so I need to get cracking on that a little bit. You know, really did. It's like the new the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set where it's like it's Mikey and other guy, or Mikey and this other guy, or Mikey and this other guy, or Mikey, or Mikey, or Mikey, or Mikey, and these are all different rarities. Like it's like fuck off. There's a fucking blast from the past. Speaking about just thinking about older VTubers and stuff, fucking I think Russia still has like crazy big numbers on like super chats and stuff, if I remember right. Like I think even like now, many years later, I don't think there's ever been like a VTuber with like maybe some have surpassed it, but she's definitely high up. She's definitely high up on there on records of super chats for VTubers. Then again, though, she's like a Menhera time bomb. So it's like on one hand, she had the skills and the brain to make that work. On the other hand, if you have the skills and the brain to make that work, that's not going to last. It's all by electric banjo. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Is that something that'd be like ludicrously expensive to get, or do you think that's like if you if you wanted electric banjo, would you be able to like reasonably afford it? That would be fun to fuck around with, I think, for sure. This is also making me realize that I think I also just need to quit pussyfooting around and just actually paint with oils. I think I would really like painting with oils. I think I would really, really, really like painting with oils, but like I don't have a full set of like I have some oil paints, but like they're mostly like browns and blacks. I wouldn't mind getting like a full like oil paint set and like doing like painting a mini entirely with oils because I know I'd fucking love it, you know? So talismans in there. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. But yeah, let me see if I can show you guys real quick. Just to kind of show you like a real fucked up thing. Let's see, I'm gonna go to Scryfall. I'm gonna do an advanced search. I'm gonna look for the word the card name contains Leo, and then I'm gonna look for the type line of turtle. Here we go. There are currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are currently 12 separate cards with Leonardo alone in them. Put them on screen in just like one big ass image. And this is just one turtle. I mean, there's also, this is like, they're paired up with other turtles, but like I feel like there should be more juice to squeeze out of that franchise. Yeah, I've used Noosh for terrain. I've actually not used it for painting necessarily. I might need to give that a go actually. I kind of forgot that I still have a bot. It's somewhere in my house. I don't know where. But yeah, like look at this. This is just Leonardo. There's like a commander set. There's a commander deck. There is a multiplayer battle deck, and then there's the main standard set. This is just all Leonardo. This is just Leonardo. I mean, just Leonardo in the context that I'm just looking for him. Like, there's so fucking many. So fucking many. And it's just the same, like, 5 characters. It's just the same fucking 5 characters. Yeah, the Rat King guy looks fine, but I also, like, you know... A, I shouldn't be spending money on cards right now anyway, and B, I feel like even indirectly I don't want to support this. I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna not. Like, are there cards from the set that would be good? Yeah, probably. I'm good on not getting them. I'm good on not getting them. Like there's like a ninja card that has squad that just says like create a 1/1 attacking ninja for each player, and the squad lets you duplicate the enchantment, so it's good for like a lot of shit. But it's like, you know, I don't need to get that card, you know? I don't really need that. Like would some of my decks benefit from that? Yeah. Was that like that big of a detriment to my life to not have that card? No, not really. Oh, fucked up. But like in a good way. Like you see, I'm saying like I'm making him like weird and pale, which is what I wanted. That kind of fucked up. Remake of a 60s Japanese. I will say that like so I know very little about instruments, but from what I understand, 600's not terrible, right? Isn't that like I don't know how much like a Dees guitar goes for. Isn't like 600 not bad? Like please correct me if I'm wrong, but that sounds like a reasonable deal. It's like reasonably affordable. But yeah, that sounds cool though. That sounds this is like one of those things in my life that I kind of feel like it's in that like same bucket for me as like wanting to like learn how to draw really well and whatnot, where it's just like, man, I'd like to like play like a guitar like that, like do something musical. It's like I do like music. Like I'm not like the most hardcore music nerd of all time, but like I do like music. It's like I was like it'd be fun to make my own. But it's always like I just never really had the discipline to kind of carry forward beyond like, oh, that looks cool. I actually don't remember the Left 4 Dead openings. Again, all my knowledge of like Valve stuff has been much later in life. Like I own TF2 as a standalone game outside the orange box, but that's just because I just happened to find it in a store when that was still a thing you could buy. Oh, weird. I guess it's like one of those things that probably just like this would just depend a lot about like who makes it and like how like well cared for it is. I guess that would make sense. That would make sense to me. Look at you, buddy. Look at you. He's doing pretty good. All right, I think I'm gonna let him dry a wee bit. Actually, no, I know what I could do. Instead of I'm gonna start dry brushing the fur. I think we're gonna use that like cold gray. Just I think kind of strong, but I think as a dry brush color, that strongness would actually look pretty legit. Still think I need to get a different. Unfortunately, I still think I need to get a different gray for my Space Wolf guys. I really like the idea of doing these 2 grays, but like it just doesn't. It's not gonna work out. Maybe I should have did this before I started doing the bell stuff. That's awesome. Like, be really like I don't want to like over paint on this. I'm like wiping off. Oh, there we go. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was trying to avoid. Fix that. Okay, there we go. This turned out pretty legit. So I'm just trying to dry brush all the grays onto him. Maybe I get the leg. I feel like I'm getting close to the point where I do want to glue him onto the base, just so he's like, once again, I got like a little bit more to grip onto, but also I know I tend to do that. I tend to get greedy because I crave handholds, and I'll put the mini on that and it'll just fuck shit up. Also, definitely know I'm probably gonna have to dry brush these again. Like sometimes, like I know some of the things with enamels is that you can get away with not doing some of these steps that I do. Like you can probably like you don't really need to dry brush necessarily, or like you can do that later. I don't know. Like I guess sometimes I just like dry brushing to kind of sketch out how like a color will look. It's like, oh, this will look neat. If I need to go back later, it's not like the fucking worst either. I also need to rust up the mask a little bit. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I think I was gonna show you guys at one point what the original model for this looks like, but I'll dig that out later. But yeah, I don't know, maybe it's like one of those things. Maybe I could just like wait to find like a cheapo guitar on like a Facebook Marketplace or whatever. That's what I was thinking about too. It's like I know at one point Craigslist was sort of like where you go. So I just also need to scoot up a little bit. Right, Craigslist is where you go to sell things, and like that happened the last time I seriously moved. Like Craigslist was already dying, really. Like Craigslist is inherently a relic, of a website. So like I was like, I knew Craigslist wouldn't last much longer. I think you can still go to Craigslist. I don't know who goes to Craigslist, but like that was a thing. I was like, where the fuck do you go else? It's like Facebook Marketplace, I guess? Kind of broke a little bit. But also it seems to be like it's like a lot of like scammers and stuff. I guess Craigslist was also known for scammers, so whatever. Also, I need to figure out some way to paint these or whatever. At some point, I will need to paint. Do I just rip this? This one's droopy now. It snapped and now it's. Okay, so that leaves like a little bit. Not the worst. I'm also realizing how much I say it's not the worst about things, and it's a habit that I have not realized that I picked up until recently-ish. I will continue to say it. I just don't think I'm just gonna say it. I'll be like, oh fuck, okay. Realizing that I'm saying it will not change behavior as aware of behavior. Not that it's like a bad thing or anything. It's just funny. Realizing there's like divot in the. There we go. Let you dry a little bit. What else do we got? Oh yeah, the Goop Brothers. How are the Goop Brothers doing? They're like pretty gooped. I think I can do like another layer, like another bit of goop. Also add just like a tiny bit more, in there. Yeah. To say it's tinted more than I thought it was going to be, which is good because I was a little worried. Like this is definitely one of those like I'm doing a paint job to cover the fact that I botched a previous paint job. So it's like, are the bases going to be weird, kind of indistinct, like goo slur? Yeah. Do I care? Nah, it's fine. I mean, these guys are like weird goo creatures. Oh fuck! I gotta do in the mouth too. Hold on, Chito. I think every time I put a drop of this paint in there, it just kind of continues to like. It just kind of works itself out weirdly enough. Put that in there. Also need to remember to get from. I think I totally missed refixing this in here. Yeah, there we go. All right, he's got to go. Oh, fuck. So let me do something real quick. Let me zoom out. I try to scoot up things a little bit, so usually I kind of pull the camera like a little bit farther back. Cause like, oh, There we go. Like at some point, I think the camera keeps like I keep doing something to shift the camera for this. Cause like I am now roughly about like 8-9 inches away from my camera. And I know for a fact that that was not there previously. I know for the fact that that camera was no longer in that position. I am within headbutting range of my own camera. I don't want to. I do not wish to headbutt my camera, but I could. It's there, ready to go. And it should not be there, and I don't know how it got there. Maybe, like, it's like, it's on like a stand with like little sandbags and stuff. But maybe, so it's not like knocking over, but maybe there's just like just enough. Like when I wiggle it, maybe that's just enough wiggle to kind of get it going, to like shimmy across my desk. How you doing, son? How you doing? So I'm working on Turnip guys today. This guy's not for Turnip though, but like, you know, he needed to get like the last little touch finish so I can like wrap him up. So that's okay. There we go. I'm doing pretty good. I got the Goop Boys. I got some bases in. I had to play some Trench Crusade today. I've been packing all weekend. It's been going pretty good. Oh, how you doing, Huggy? Thank you for the hydrate. I was mid grabbing a drink, so perfect timing. Oh, I just heard I heard a real spicy crack. There we go. What is Neon Odyssey? Definitely I did not. But like, I'm not aware of what it is. It's affected like the big takeaway to that. What is it? I guess I can Google that real quick. I can do that thing where I look up things on the internet. It looks like it's a D&D 5th edition space thing, I guess. Like, I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of using D&D 5e for things that aren't, like, D&D 5e is not my go-to system for fantasy games. And I don't really like it bleeding into other genres. So, like, I don't know. I'm not the target audience for that. Like, if that's something you're into, that's cool. That's not a big deal. But, like, for me, I'm just kind of like, oh, okay. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. There's like a leather brown on this. I don't know how I'm feeling. It'll darken at some points. It's not going to be the worst. Yeah, I am not the biggest 5e fan. Mostly just because it's like the same way of just like only getting into like 40k the newest edition, where it's like there's a lot of cool things doing a lot of cool stuff, and it's like they get drowned by the bigger system because they just not at the market share. Oh, just look at the trailer. Okay, you know that's I won't be able to look at it right now, but you know I could look at the trailer later. I could at least do that. That's not a big deal. To be fair, you're like, how did you see this cool trailer? I'm like I'm not even gonna look it up, but I think it sucks. Fair, understandable. I did get a little bit on Uncle Hal's soapbox, so understandable. I'll pull it up for later though. There we go. Got a little groggy, as one does. At least you're a good sport about it. It's fine. How you doing, Stoneless Bee? Do I fuck with Star Wars? Kinda? So, like, I grew up on Star Wars, and I've definitely fallen off over the years. Like, I've not really watched, like, any of the newer stuff. I tried to watch the newer movies, and I was like, I'm good. No, these are not great. I've kind of had, like, a weird idea of wanting to do, like, a Star Wars TRPG, but using, like, you know, like my own canon effectively. Like in that way you can kind of do like what's it called? Just kind of like how like KOTOR did it, where it's like I'd love to take the elements of Star Wars but move it away from like I don't want the Empire. I don't want fucking like I want to be able to take Star Wars and just kind of do what I want with it, which I thought was like really cool that BioWare got to do. I was like, oh shit, that sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. Yeah, brush this line. But why you ask? Why you ask? I'm curious. I'm intrigued. A little buff dredge on the horn. Well, actually, no. Yeah, I think a buff dredge brush will look good on this. Dry brush wet. Dry brush should not be wet. Then it's wet brush. Well, apparently, I think that's a thing you're supposed to do, though. Like, I remember some of the artist opus is like, oh yeah, you should actually like lightly dampen your dry brush. In a way. There we go. That like weird cornucopia horn thing looking nice. There we go, there we go, there. Yeah, this is a moist brush. No, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Is someone the undulating? Wait, do I have that? Like, I know it's in the Discord, but I actually don't know if it's one. Years ago, I used to have a proper reaction image folder, and it was beautiful. But when my computer exploded, I lost it. And I've just never really done it again. Oh, I have the. Oh, I think this is it. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't work because it's an APNG. Oh, it's an APNG, so I can't. Undulating Ewok doesn't work. I do get these guys though. Hold on. I don't remember why I got these guys, but I got them. Hell yeah, music, beautiful, beautiful art. Yeah, I know some people also use like a sponge for that too, and that also seems pretty handy potentially. Battlefront 2 mod. Oh, there we go. I mean, I played Battlefront 2 back in, and that was fun. Yeah, I like my experience with Star Wars is like, you know, the original movies, the original trilogy, and then the prequel trilogy, which it's like one of those things that I don't be like, actually, this is a secret classic, and you're stupid if you don't think so. But like, it was like, I don't know, at the time I enjoyed them, and now I've not watched them in many years. That might be a fun movie night thing, honestly, just doing the, like, I don't think I would do all of Star Wars, but I feel like prequel trilogy movie night would be kind of fun. That's true. I think the most Star Wars media that I've consumed in the last several years is just watching I've become one of those people that watches the holiday special as like a ritual behavior now. It's like, yes, it is snow time. You know what we must do? We must retreat into our cave and watch Chewbacca's dad jork it in virtual reality with a human woman. Yeah, I always said that the expanded universe was always kind of like buck wild to me because, like, you know, sometimes you get really reasonable stuff and then you'd be like, yes, the ancient Sith space wizards with their Sith alchemy, and you're like, what the fuck is this? And it's just like something that's just like mentioned offhand in a book, or like apparently a lot of like between episode episode 6 and episode 1, I believe a lot of the I think it was like Western Games of the Star Wars D6 system. Apparently a lot of that just kind of became canon. So like Star Wars has like a very weird relationship with RPGs as well, which is kind of funny. This is like a lot of it. I don't remember what species originate from there, but like it's like a not trivial amount, you know. Power scaling. I don't know if I have it in my heart. That's the thing that always fucks with me. It's like, I know like React to Andy content does well. People like it. But there's just something I just can't do that. Like some VTubers are just like, I'm just gonna watch all this. And I don't know, I can't. The best I could do is going through, I would love to do another Wikipedia stream though. For people who do not know, Wikipedia is the abyss. You will find nothing but madness in Wikipedia. It's kind of amazing, legitimately. Wikipedia is a fantastic website because it's just like, how you doing, Lord of Bones? How you doing? Like, this is an example I've shown people before, but I really need to do something real quick. Let's go to here. Oh, I like how if I look at my search, I see jizz whaling, because you gotta. See, let's go for. All right, I'm gonna pull up the first paragraph of a Wikipedia page There's a canon and a legends variant. I'm gonna do legends because I think it'd be more fun. I'm gonna pause my music for this. You two people, you're still gonna get some music. It's not gonna be a bad deal. How you doing? How you doing, Starfire? How you doing, Majide? How you doing? I am showing just a little snippet of the abyss that is Wikipedia. Wow. Let me adjust myself. Let me get comfortably sized. Are you ready? Are you ready? Breasts were a functional anatomical feature in some mammalian species that gave birth to live offspring and fed them with milk secreted by their mammary glands. Some non-mammalian species have the appearance of breasts, along with some droids with feminine programming, but they did not have milk-producing mammary glands. So, like, on one hand, the Wikipedia has, like, every obscure reference you could ever imagine, but there's also, like, if you go to Wikipedia and just look up grass, there are entries for grass in canon and legends. Like, I cannot stress enough that there are archived appearances of when grass shows up in every non-canon, like, basically every time grass shows up in Legends, somebody puts that, they archive that shit. Wikipedia is madness. Is there an entry for ass? Probably. Let's see. Oh, I think I need to do like butt. Let's see if I can find, I don't know what term they're going to use. Like, buttocks, maybe? There is a... The arch pose is one of the many meditative stretching exercises practiced by the Jedi Knights of the Galactic Republic. With their hands and feet placed firmly on the ground, the Jedi then arched their body into a rounded shape with their buttocks as high as it could go. Appearances in Metastar 1 Battle Surgeons, which is a book from 2004. This is what I'm talking about. The Wikipedia is nothing but insanity. You get shit like that. Like, you know, you get like crazy species and whatever. But also that was a yoga pose. That was just a yoga pose inserted into Star Wars. Why? Fuck it, why not? Who gives a shit? It's Star Wars. I'm gonna glue this bad boy to the base. Shut up. It's also funny, both the entries for breasts just have like Anakin Skywalker on it. Like, I know Annie had big tits in late Star Wars, but it's still very funny. And then I think one of them shows Kylo Ren too. I have to double check. Oh fuck yeah, let's go. Good night painting. Hell yeah. I'm painting John Tootmaster, aka Warner Morris. Yeah, because it is basically like an autistic pathological completion, where it's like for them, Wikipedia is not like, you know, the Star Wars Wikipedia. Like, for Star Wars only things like books and stuff, they want it to be like a wiki, like a full wiki, like a full equivalent of Wikipedia that just happens to be through the lens of Star Wars, which is like objectively buck wild. Like, that's a weird thing to really put all your attention towards, but they fucking did it. It's a hot dog, a sandwich. No. Alignment chart aside, if you went to a deli and said, I want a hot dog sandwich, they would beat you to death, which is why I don't think that counts. I think if you went to like an Italian deli and asked for a hot dog, saying it was a sandwich, they might give you a hot dog. But if you're like, I would like one hot dog sandwich, please, they would hit you with rocks. Which is why I'm very much, it's like, you know, it's a fun internet debate, but it is one of those pedantic things that does not hold up in reality, you know? Let me cover this guy with a little bit more baking soda to lock his shit in, because I want to make sure he never comes off this base, never, ever, 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 ever. There we go. It really is. It is the collective, like, spirit autism of, like, well, not millions, like, thousands of nerds. And like for me, like that's the kind of react to Andy stuff where it's like, could I do a Primarch tier list? There's no point because it's gonna have Lorgar at the top and everyone else at the bottom. So like, you know, we can skip that whole stream. But like for real though, it's like that, you know, that's kind of whatever. But like Wikipedia is magical. It's stupid in a way that most things aren't stupid. Like it's a very specific type of stupid. Like, the Star Trek wiki is kind of close, but, like, this is gonna sound weird, but I think, like, the autism is stronger for the Star Wars wiki, for sure, easily, the Wikipedia. Just, like, I'm removing the extra baking soda, which is just being done off stream, just because it's, like, I basically always brush the baking soda directly to my floor. Like, I vacuum, but, like, you know, midstream though, for me, this is the easy way. There we go. Where are they made? Ah, that makes sense. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Like, I have to imagine, like, you know, like, I do also think that, like, this is a weird thing to say. Like, there are people whose hobby is, like, wiki editor. And, like, that's not uncommon. Like, there are whole, like, this is gonna sound weird, but like, basically with like Wikipedia, like you know, the actual like Wikipedia that everyone uses, like actually I should probably make that gray. Like the moderation gets into tiffs. There's so much drama because for some people that is their hobby, and the way that like I paint minis, some people edit Wikipedia, and that's just like a whole thing. And like that's just regular Wikipedia. It's like straight. That's just like, you know, regular Wikipedia. If I remember right, there was a similar issue where a guy was going around like being really weird about breast content, where it's like, oh, this one guy edited a lot of Wikipedia pages about breasts. Like he didn't edit them like wrong per se, but just kind of like a little suspicious why you're focusing so many on so many of these particular pages. Maybe actually laugh out loud. Hey, let's go. I'll have to check that later. But hey, thank you. Have a good night, Jay. Yeah, massive fights have to be pretty common because, you know, like it's trying to be like an impartial site, but there are like some things you can't really be super impartial about. There are limits. Yeah, thinly veiled indeed. I think that's still like it implies some amount of veiling that they were not doing, but yeah, like, and it's just funny because like I said, that's regular Wikipedia. There are the same type of nerd will just be on Wikipedia. And like, I don't think anyone is going to give them shit about, actually they did say there was a little thing to like, this is new. There was like a little pop-up that's like, I don't know if this content is like worth keeping around. Not for the whole site, specifically for the breast pages. Because like, I'm going to admit, I'm not the first person online to find out that Wikipedia has a page about breast and like lost their shit. So, I have to imagine they keep getting dunked on as a community. Like, guys, listen. We're gonna be really sad to lose the 2 breast page. I imagine they're not even sad for like a sexual reason. Like they're just like this. I can't believe we have to like it's in the way like straight up like if you're being chased, you got to drop cargo. They're like, we got to do it. We got to get some heat off of us. Well, like it doesn't matter because like there's infinite stupid things on the Wikipedia, Like, guys, did you know Coca-Cola is canon in Star Wars because it shows up in the parks? Like, once again, I've mentioned a lot of this before, but like, I cannot stress enough that Coca-Cola is canon in Star Wars. Darth Bane is not necessarily canon in Star Wars, but Coca-Cola is. Like, just really stew on that for a bit, you know? Yeah, I mean, regular Wikipedia is legitimately a very useful site, and if something ever happens to it, that'll be a genuine loss to the internet. Like, I know you're not supposed to cite like whole papers from there, and I agree, but like, it's still really useful. Also, like, hold on. If you're wondering, like, what are you doing with this guy? This is my lad. There's gonna be an actual like well-formed thought for that. Oh yeah, there we go. For context, this guy is like one of my Blight Kings, and I want to do like a really quick file of his. So I want him to be able to fit better into his base, so I just need to like lightly sand some of the like excess stuff around the edge, and just repaint the rim black. Nothing too crazy. This is definitely back when I was like, no concept of needing to base this, like put this guy on the multi-base for sure. Something like that should be good. Gives me like a relatively smooth, like pop this little rock. This has got some light crust. A bit on there. Oh, there we go. I needed one of these suckers. Cerveza Crystal Cannon? Probably. Assuming that's like an actual Star Wars term and I'm not missing a joke again. I feel like that has come up before. No. The fuck is Sagranatima? Oh, that's someone from Angel. Okay. I'm like, that's a dumb name. Oh, never mind. Calling the kids young because everyone's so. I mean, yeah. Like, I don't know what you expected. Like, you know, that's a term that was used right before Anakin murdered kids. And I think it's used in some other places, but that's like legitimately the most infamous use of it. I don't know what Disney would have wanted. Like, you know, I mean, I know they wanted it to not happen, but it's like my brother in the Force. I don't think that was ever happening any other way, you know? Is it American that was too dedicated to being national? Oh, yeah. Try to fight against that. That's a losing battle. Canada, Canadian branch of. Hey, let's go. I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, Canada does stuff. Yeah, as much as I make jokes about Canada, Canada's done some shit. So, that was like one of the surprising things. Finding out that I like younglings after like not really enjoying. I haven't got any more. I still have a bunch of booze I need to deal with before I move. I still got a bottle of Malort that I need to do something with. I need to Malort at some point. Oh. So I might as well get the rim on this guy too. I think I usually wait. I've been waiting like post enameling, but I think just like, you know, I got the paint out as well. And we'll get like a little bit on there. Oh yeah, like wasn't it like a Brazilian thing that like whenever like Obi-Wan would like lean over to grab something from like a case, they would just edit him to have a beer instead. That's a really funny version of an ad. I'm kind of sad that never caught on, but I could also see why people would not like that, you know? Like if I knew that was coming, I would be like, oh, that's kind of funny. But like if you're watching a movie for the first time and you're like, why did he grab this Heineken and look directly at the camera? Weird. What's up, Steve? Have yourself a good night and take it easy. Oh yeah, the fucking surface. Oh, that's the booze you're talking about, right? Fuck, I did this. I think we legitimately had this exact conversation before. Just, you know, I forgore. Okay, let him dry a wee bit. What am I doing to me? Maybe I could work on a little bit. These guys are not done yet. Still, I need to do some like really close-up shots. I have not forgotten about them though. The muscle boys, the lads, the Pelagrath brutes. They're not done yet, but also it's like I got a bunch of black on my palette. I might as well try to get some of their, like a couple. I think the black is actually out, so I probably won't get a huge amount of them. How you doing, Kobe? What do you mean sigh? Like Donda? This is these guys are the ones you're gonna have reservations about, like these guys. It's not, as far as I can tell, it's not mentioned at all. I think it's because that's not like a canonical Star Wars thing. Like I see you nerds get horny for the weirdest shit. The idea that's like a weird muscle brute is like, fine. I guess I'll enjoy this weird muscle brute. It's like, this is like relatively tame, all things considered. But yeah, no, there's no mention of it whatsoever on the Star Wars. Like I said, it's probably because it's like, you know, still technically an ad. It's not even on Legends. Magic. Should move these guys over. The two Ewoks just sitting there perfectly on the music player is really funny though. I might need to keep that as like a permanent feature. Yeah, but how you doing? How you doing? I'm working on. I know what I know what I need to do. I think this is like. Hey, there we go. All right, so this is from earlier. The lad. Go. Like, yeah, look at. God, I really love these fake leaves. Like they add so much, just like chef's kiss to anything I put them on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically recreate what I did a second ago, where I Oh yeah, so like I'm gonna be honest, I like Malort. Like it's not like my favorite drink ever, but like I've been psyoped by Bloom to enjoy Malort. It's like one of those things that like I won't go out of my way to drink it, but if it is offered to me, I will 100% take Malort. Yes, it's I don't know what I'd say like my favorite booze is. Like I do like me a soju or whatever because those taste pretty good. Jaeger is still probably my favorite liquor because apparently I like things like I think over at Magfest I was given, how you doing, Dylan? How you doing lately? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. If you do not know me, I'm Halbert the Minigolf, VTuber of the Nerdlandscape variety. It's because Malort is a very weird, bitter alcohol that tastes bad until you drink it, and then it tastes bad, but you kind of like it. Yeah, so I'm working on some turnip stuff. This is my what's it called? This is my big ass fucking trebuchet, as one does. Yeah, I mean, yeah, soju is like, yeah, it's like, you know, it's like a nice little flavored liquor, so it doesn't taste too bad. Liquor, I hardly know her. Hey, fucker. Get some model work assumed. Hey, let's go. I mean, that works too. You know. I paint those minis and whatnot. I want to take like a little bit of. Always kind of tricky for this. Was like just getting that like last little sealing layer. This is the official Turnip Trebuchet thing, but it's specifically going to be used for the Loathsome Siege Works cult in particular. Hey, let's go! Fuck yeah! Nice. Oh, you're actually doing good, do. I think I could just take a little dropper bottle of this and just kind of like drip it directly onto the bottle in some place. That's probably the best way to get this to work. I'm like trying to like brush it on. It's like, oh yeah, I could just like squeegee some like really thin out glue bullshit. No, it is a kit bash. So the actual trebuchet body is from that set. But like I replaced the end normally has like a weird nondescript tumor. I have replaced that. I have. Oh, there we go. I've replaced the normally doesn't have this big guy who's firing it. There have been modifications, but that is like the base part of the model for sure. Oh fuck! I actually got too much water in here. Yeah, I'm trying to just add some extra. Okay, so basically just adding a little bit of extra glue water mix to try to like lock this down just a wee bit. This stuff tends just to kind of fall around everywhere, so I'm like not super worried about it. Foamy as shit, but that's also fine. I could probably pat this down a little bit too, but like it's fine. Hey, it's all good. Have yourself a good night. Take it easy, yo. Yeah, I haven't heard this song in a hot fucking minute. I decided to play my usual anime playlist from basically from like oldest to newest, and that's how we've arrived here today. still think I might do like make a couple of puddles, but probably don't need to. Like I feel like this covers a decent amount. Like I could maybe do like I got like a little resin water effect that I could just like pour in like little bits. All right, so here's going back on here to fully dry. Yep. Yeah, and I can go back to the main lad. Jazz for your soul. Let me get the lad going. Yeah, this is my Wandering Morris. He's doing pretty good actually. What do I need to do? Oh, yeah, I need to do a bit more on the robes for sure. I might build up to like a really bright color too. This is gonna be dulled down quite a bit. So if I get a bit of brightness on there, I can even dry brush a little bit. Good idea. This guy is being painted with a lot of dry brushing, and you know that's fine. Dry brushing is life. Dry brushing is love. Do like a little bit of like this really fucking bright red on here. I think it's also just because this is going to inherently sort of get like dulled down a lot. Oh, get a little bit on there. Yeah, Tritches for Tritch. Hey, let's go. It's been really weird lately. So like because like we've been playing more and more at the little indie shop near me. It's fairly strange. Like the big game store that I go to has like, you know, tourney standard 40k terrain and like a couple of odds and ends, but it's been like broken and whatnot over the years just because it's just been kind of like handled very roughly. Not necessarily the store's fault, you know, a million people go into that store, so terrain doesn't last very long. And at this like smaller game store place, the terrain has been lasting a lot longer, and like there's like this big collection of it. And I don't need to bring my own shit as much there. It's kind of nice. I have not got to use my my big old set of trenches in like a real hot minute. I'm okay with it. What do we want to do? He's got like, so there's like some ropes going on around the, also probably just need to get the rim on that as well. Yeah, like the rim needs some stuff. It's actually like, I think like reasonably close to getting like an enamel job. Oh, fuck, hold on. I need to get a little bit of a dark flesh tone on the mask. The mask is too pristine. I guess I could just corrode it a bit too. I guess I've not actually applied any like corrosion bullshit to it. I have like a wide variety of these like kind of like gumped up like old brushes. You know, you don't want to use nice brushes if you're doing like especially anything with like an inherent grit to it. Kind of like Atlas around here, kind of get that going. And let that dry a bit, and then get some rust on there. This brush is basically like, oh shit, it's spread. Okay, never mind. For a second, I was using that brush for like a split second, and it was like, oh, this is like hard. Like I thought that was just not going to budge like whatsoever. Like no, that was actually blatantly untrue. It budged a lot, which is legit. So it's like still a million degrees in here. It's just because of like the sleeves and then also like the lamp. Like the like as soon as I turn all this off, it's gonna go back to being like reasonably cold. Apparently it's gonna get like really stupid warm where I'm at though, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm super ready. My last heating bill was a lot. So I'm very excited for spring to be back. I'm somebody who even like really likes winter, but it's just like that's like another reason I'm like not feeling so bad about leaving this place where it's like it was like legitimately like very like not to the point that it was like gonna like really fuck up my finances, but like every winter I would just have like these titanic bills. And like I sealed all my windows. I've done all the steps you can do to like as like a person, just a regular person trying to deal with that. Still nothing. I'm gonna try to dry brush the little thorns, not thorns, like the little little branches. There we go. Oh yes, thorns. Those things that grow on trees. Add like a little bit of the basically the same base color. This guy's not using a huge amount of colors on him, and that's totally fine. You know, keeping the palette at like a reasonable level. I also want to try to make this like look weirder. Like this, I want the skin near the head, especially to be weirder and fleshier. But that'll be a later thing for sure. Oh, camera froze. Oh shit. Okay. I'm going pretty good. I'm going pretty good so far. Oh, because it's like hot in here actually. I think I do need to like crank the. Probably just need to open the door. Hold on. How you doing, Maine? Welcome everybody. Welcome. Hold on. Let me open my door real quick. I am melting. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. If you do not know me, I'm Halbernot the Mimic Elf, miniature-painting VTuber of the Nerdgolden's game variety. How's Warhammer Tree? How you been doing, mate? I feel like it's been a while. How you doing? I'm painting this fine lad for Turnip28. He's going to be my wandering Morse, aka a guy with like a bunch of funky little pets. Yeah, how you been doing? Like I've been continuing to do. It's always funny when it's just like what have you been doing, Hal? Yeah, no painting. I am one of the most consistent individuals on the face of this earth. That's been going pretty good. I'm glad things are going good for you too. Hell yeah. It's like I can give us like little talons a little bit. He's got like a couple of funky little fingers I can get like the ends of. Each of his stuff, just enough. There we go. But yeah. If everyone does not know me, I'm Halbernot the Mimic Elf. Oh fuck, there's some more rope. He's got like a decent amount of rope on him. Miniature painting VTuber of the Nerdgolden's game variety. Oh fuck. Okay. This guy's getting like very close. I will need to like really quickly at some point soon-ish take him outside and do like a quick varnish blast, but nothing too crazy. It'd just be like maybe like a 5 minutes kind of a little endeavor. You can also give me some water too. I've not gotten any additional water or anything during the stream. Rust up your mask. That's some, yeah. What do I want to do for the rope? Saddle brown, sure. Yeah, he's like a fun friend, you know. Once again though, my brain is broken. If I see a horrible flesh, I need to shake that a lot more. I have this brown, and when a little bit came out, it was straight up like gray, like green gray. I'm like, that's not good. Big stretchy. Oh, I see. Moving my apron. Let me get a little bit. That'll be good. I just had to use like the tip of the paint thing just to kind of like mix it around. Now the tricky bit though is I don't have like a lot of like really thin brushes that I need to do. So I'll get my teeth out. So let's see. He's got like. Oh, just get like a little bit around that part. Eventually highlight a bit. But yeah, this guy is going to like. I don't know when I'm going to use them, but I made them a while ago because like. I think the Wandering Morse army for Turnip28. I guess I could use them. I could use this guy as like a. Let's see. I think he's on the right base to be a sorcerer for the courts. Like that could be fun actually. Actually that's probably why I subconsciously was like, well, like sticking to these colors because he could just be like a sorcerer of I don't know what sin he'd represent. I guess like envy or something like that. I don't know. Get that. Just a little bit of belts around. Like. Got like a decent amount of belts, but they're all just kind of really weirdly into his bullshit. But yeah. I just had like this is a problem. Like I said, my fucking camera keeps migrating, and like the more it migrates, the more if I take any amount of stretches, I'll just pop off screen. That's actually like another thing I'm kind of looking forward to for the move is like, it's like, you know, I have not had like a real reason to properly refresh a lot of my setup. It's like, eventually just like, I don't want to get a new desk. I have a big fuck off desk and I know that's going to be a pain in the dick to move, but I love my big fuck off desk. I love having a desk that if thrown at like, you know, like other people are like, oh, I want to have like a nice slim little desk with like my little stuff on it and that'll be fine. Like, no, I need a big honking beast of a desk. I used to have a bigger one. And the last place I lived in, I was like when I moved to this area, like the like somebody nearby, like a friend I made, was like, "Hey, yeah, you know, I could just like take you to a Goodwill real quick to like pick you up a cheap desk in the meantime." We just found like the biggest fucking L-shaped desk. It was so big when I had when I moved out of that apartment. That was like a nicer move. I could just kind of do what I wanted for that one. When I moved out of that apartment, I couldn't bring it with me. It was just too fucking big. So like I had to leave it I had to like wiggle it to the local dumpster for like somebody to do something with. And then trying to remove it from my house, I nearly fucked up, and like I had it near my car, and I nearly just like dropped it like directly onto my windshield, and I was very lucky that like last second I was like, oh shit, and like was able to pivot it away, but like man, that could have been real bad. I could have had a like that move was already kind of precarious because that's when I got into the car accident. I'm hoping this move does not involve a car accident or I'm going to be big sad. But like overall, like, you know, I miss that biggest of desks. Doing like a weird, almost kind of like dry brushy thing. I'm using like a thing that kind of like slows how quickly pigment dries. So I got like I'll just put like a little dot on like these raised areas and kind of like feather it around. I think there's like a couple of ways. Use that on this lad before I decide to take him to the varnish zone. Like he will be getting varnished soon for sure. But like I think anywhere I could add like a little bit of extra highlighty stuff would be kind of nice. Like getting like this like oh yeah, especially like this leg. That up quite a bit. How you doing, Scrotus? How you doing? Welcome. I'm painting. I'm wandering my Morris. Till I turn up. I don't know. I didn't really have a good follow up to that line of joking, but that's fine. As is my right. But yeah, how you doing? I'm painting a big lad, talking about like previous moving stories. I still think like the weirdest like fun time for a move is when I moved a couple of states and like it was like one of those like times where it's like I was like in between jobs. Like I had the job lined up for the guild. And I was just like in a house that had an inflatable mattress and my laptop. And you'd be like, well, that sounds shitty. It was kind of really nice. It was before I got back into like mini painting and everything. So I could just like, it was like, yeah, I could just kind of like watch anime and movies and stuff and just kind of like chill. It was really, really nice. Oh, you gotta get that shit fixed. That is a sleep schedule that is designed for like depression and sadness. You gotta tweak that a little bit if you can. What is leading to that schedule, I guess? So how you doing, Yuitel? How you doing? Welcome. I'm getting my Morris just ever so slightly highlighted. There we go. Let's see, any other thing that I think needs like real immediate attention before I do that? Oh yeah, no, that'll do it. Yeah, inconsistent sleep will totally do that. Fair. Yeah, I'm getting. Oh fuck! I'm doing true brush blending, and it really helps if I don't take the other brush and launch it to fucking space. But otherwise, yeah. Too bright. I'm also realizing I'm gonna be darkening the shit out of them very soon. So I don't know. I don't even know why I'm bothering to fiddle this much. I'll probably need a fiddle later, if anything. Oh. Make this pants grab. No. I will not. In fact, give me a quick sec though. I will BRB. The pants grab is doing nothing. I just need to varnish this guy. This will take a quick sec. BRB. Woo. I don't know why I became an owl, but sure. I'm back. I decided to get some water too, which I took. Oh. Hey, Ultra Squid. Welcome. Sorry about that. You came in when I was getting some varnish bullshit done. I have been resummoned into this world. Oh yeah, this is my Phoebe. Hell yeah. Phoebe's been doing good lately. Phoebe's one of those people that like I met really early on as a VTuber, and I'm glad she's doing very, very well these days. Yippee. Alright, the lad. I guess I can also varnish the other guy too to cut. That's fine. You. Sticky? Go bed. There we go. Okay, he's been varnished. And anti-shine varnish. But yeah, you know, fine. Probably give it a little bit more time. I'll give him a wee bit more time. What else do I got in the meantime? Oh yeah, I got this bad boy. This is also a turnip model. I think like this is another one that like I don't think I've done the new technique with him yet. The new using the Joe Sonia mix to feather. I might give that a go. It is because like technically you don't have to varnish for enamel washes, but in my experience, sometimes I might be a little bit too aggressive with the rubbing, so I will. So like I don't want to like remove too much of the paint job, especially for like the kind of like, you know, like a little bit of blending. I'll probably blend a little bit on top of it as well, but like, you know, gotta make sure that all my shit's together. Okay, so I got a little bit more. So I think this guy has been like, this is one of those ones I'm starting to get better at figure out what I want to do with some of the Joe Sonia mix stuff. So it's like, let's get like a little bit on there. Just get like a little bit and then kind of dry brush it. No, I'm stopping the aggressive rubbing. It's the opposite. That's what I'm talking about. Where it's like, it's little bits, sort of feather it out. Bit like on a bit here. Oh, there we go. I'm basically just trying to sort of like blend into a kind of like, I'm basically kind of dry brushing, but kind of not at the same time. Yeah, I do know that like for me, whenever I've used a gloss layer for like I know gloss varnish is supposed to be better for like using oils and stuff. Every time I've done that though, it's always felt like the gloss layer is still too strong. Like even after I've done like some other sealing stuff, like. I mean, this also could 100%. I'm willing to believe that this could be a potential skill issue. I'm willing to believe that I'm fucking something up, but that's fine. I don't know what the movie for tomorrow is yet. Things have been very busy around here, so I've not like gotten to really sell. I might try to. I know you guys have been asking for Dragon Slayer, and that might be what that might be what I just do, just to, you know. I can be nice every now and then. I can take some audience suggestions if I feel like it. So that's probably gonna be the plan there. This guy is like already was like sort of this guy's post enamel wash, and I think this is one of those ones that like I did not realize, like I did not varnish like before I did that, so a lot of the initial kind of like pale skin bullshit has kind of rubbed off. There we go. This guy's I do want to do Kung Pao again because I love Kung Pao, and I need people who have not seen Kung Pao to see Kung Pao so they know what a good movie looks like. I think realistically though, what I want to do is save Kung Pao for like a fun week. Like I think that might be like a good birthday week movie, if that makes any sense, where it's like, yeah, I like Kung Pao a lot, so I want you guys to see Kung Pao because I like Kung Pao. Oh yeah, there's like little, oh yeah, I need to have like goo in his vents. He's got like little like vents between like the connection points and stuff like that. There we go. Listen, I'm so many like after seeing movies just steal scenes from not Dragon Slayer, from fucking Deathstalker multiple times, the idea of stealing a script is just so quaint. Like, oh, look at you stealing just like a couple lines from a movie. Isn't that wow? It's just hard to beat the pure bananas feeling of like, I've seen this. What the fuck? Is that's probably like legitimately one of the best like experiences I've had with just like just trash. Is just seeing like a movie you've already seen in a different movie, and like Deathstalker has that. Also, Turkish Star Wars. Like, I mean, I know that one was kind of infamous for that, where it's just like they just stole scenes from Star Wars and just pretended it was their own plot. It's a whole plot point though. Oh, really? Okay. I have to look into that a bit more then. That might be kind of fun. I like how fucked up and gooey this guy is. I think the other guy's probably gonna be done, like ready to go soon. So I'm just gonna keep having. Like, I think I want to do a little bit more with the. What's it called? I think I want to do like a little bit more with the with the plates as well. Like I already had this. I already had this paint on my palette, so this made sense to me to do some stuff with. You know, actually, hold on. Maybe I want to do that. Does the point fit into movie night criteria? I do not know much about the animated movie The Point, to be fair. Does that match the movie night's oeuvre, if you will? Back of the left. It'll work out. This guy's just been on my desk for a while, so like it'd be nice to get him ready to go. It's like technically I could just be like, fuck it, he's done, but like I think I just like this pose too much. Yeah, I think Bahubali is definitely like that's definitely on there. Like it definitely feel like it's like I can definitely tell that that's going to fit. Especially because it's definitely got swords in it. It's definitely got swords, and it's got like I'm willing to add like impossible physics into that same category as magic. So it does reach the qualifications. It does reach the qualifications. I'm gonna argue yes. You've already lost. I'm sorry. Here's the thing though, like the fact that you had the reach and you knew it but didn't qualify before you even said anything. If it was, you wouldn't say I'm gonna argue yes. You would say yes, it does, and here's why. I'm sorry, Fuber. Very, very likely not happening then. It takes place in a fantastical world. I'm telling you, my criteria are really low. It needs swords and it needs magic, and I'm willing to wiggle sometimes on that. I don't think it's if it's not immediately easy to grab those. I'm sorry. There we go. Cool, great. I'm just letting you know, I'm very open about the movie night criteria. All right. So let me go. So this guy's looking pretty. Anyway, I think it's enamel time. I think it was enamel time. Oh. Good. Still really shiny. It's fine. It'll look good once you have varnish. Once the enamel washes on there, I'm not super worried. Right. It's time for, it's like a fun little ritual when I do enamels where it's like, okay, I gotta grab all the things. Blow dryer, gotta grab the wash. Got my sponges right here. With man, I have not. This is probably not the worst time to. That looks, oh god, why is this new? Like it like the trailer makes it look like it could have been like 10 years ago. I guess movies don't really change that much these days. Oh. Like oh fuck. I don't know what it's okay, it's just a palette. Nothing too bad. I was like, oh god, did I just like absolutely beef shit forever? Order thing. What do you need? Brushes. Without brush, what are we doing here? What are we doing here without brush? I got my lad, and it is time to do an enamel layering. I'm gonna scoot my keyboard as far away as I can. Like, I knew I got a mechanical keyboard with the idea that I can remove I can remove enamel. Like I can remove keys. I mean, like I could take a key and I could just like straight up pick it up and remove it. It does meet the criteria. I mean, you know, it's worth looking into. How you doing, Solid Crazy? How you doing? Okay, there we go. Take a sip real quick. How you doing? How you doing? I'm currently doing a enamel wash on this fucker because he is very nice. Some yaoi that fits. God damn it. I don't know if you're gonna find anything that fits in there, but you know what? I wish you well on your journey, 14, to find the yaoi that fits movie night criteria. It's probably not like impossible. It's probably not impossible. There's like there might be like a Brokeback Mountain with like Merlin in it. I don't fucking know. Actually, no, I knew like there was a show called Merlin. I remember it was like, I have not seen it. I don't know much about it, but it's kind of got that like same style that I would not be surprised if people who used to ship like Super Hulock stuff would also have liked Merlin when it was out. Like it's like I could just watch a show and just like I don't, it's like a weird intangible quality of a show where it's like I feel like I'd attract a similar audience. Like this is not me like shitting on the show. It's probably a fine show. It's just that like I can just tell that like people would just get into really intense shipping wars about the characters in Merlin. It's just like a feeling, you know? Like 14, if you watched it and you tell me like were people getting real buck wild with shipping stuff. Like I would just see screenshots of that and just be like, probably there's definitely fighting for sure. Get all these little tendril bits with the enamels. Oh, the base can just muddy it up. You got you. Oh yeah, I can get him his gooch. His gooch is not ever going to be seen now. I've basically put him at like the anti-gooch angle, so like that's fine. Gooch does not need to be visible at all times. You got all the little bits where it needs to be. Ah, it was too okay. No, that's fair. That's fair. Lighthouse. I still need to watch Lighthouse too. Usually when I do, like, if I want things to be shiny, I'll use acrylic gloss medium. Usually, like, KY jelly for slime and stuff is more for, like, practical effects. Which, like, it works, but it's, like, not suited for a thing that's meant to be a game piece. It's starting to, like, pull up a little bit, so I'm gonna, like, push it around. Go. The Lighthouse is one of those movies that, like, I usually, like, modern movies, I'm just kind of like, this is whatever. I do want to watch Lighthouse one of these days. It definitely does not make movie night movie, I think. I don't know. I guess I can't say with 100% certainty that The Lighthouse is not a movie night movie. I don't know. Robert Pattinson might just draw a sword and like duel like a mermaid in that. I don't fucking know. I know so little about that movie other than it's just like, I think like somebody in that movie jerks off weird and like Willem Dafoe and is losing his mind, you know. Good qualities of a quality film, but like nothing that really matches like movie night criteria, I think. Like I said, I cannot 100% for certain say that it's not, but like, you know. I usually like to know in advance before I'm putting in the movie night rotation. It probably wouldn't be a bad watch, to be fair. Yeah. I think if I want to get a Q-tip out. I think this guy is built for Q-tips. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab a Q-tip. Specifically the that's like kind of there. Like kind of there. Let me get these little fucking sponges. Yeah, okay, this is good, yeah. So I'm kind of like... Is that moving too much? Like, this is one of those things where it's like, I don't want to remove too much. Like here-ish. I guess I never really got inside of his arm. Alternating. I get like inside here. The angles. Buddy, why are you angled like this? Who, like, why, I was like, who put you like this? I was like, oh yeah, me, technically. Technically, I did put him in, like, all these angles and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess, yeah, it's like I said, the Last could very well be a movie night movie, but, like, because I don't know in advance, I have, like, once again, I'm very particular about movie night movies. It's a stupid thing to be, like, really, like, specific about, but for some reason, that's just, like, the way my brain is, like, yeah, no, there's, like, you know, movie night movies operate off of a certain kind of oeuvre to them. And it needs to maintain that theming. Even if it doesn't make sense, even if I cheat. Because I also, at the end of the day, the movie night movie is, like, you know, it's like the fucking, like, Pirates thing where it's like it's not rules, it's more like guidelines. At the end of the day, if I feel like I want to break one of those, yeah, I made the rules. I made it the fuck up. No. Dog bolts. I grew up with lizard kobolds. And, like, I always really liked the lore that, so, like a lot of, like I said, for D&D, I cut my teeth on 3rd edition, which, like, not only was, like, really had, like, kobolds as lizards, like, they had, like, a lot of really cool lore connections with them and dragons. It's like, you know, they're kind of like servants of dragons, but they also kind of worship dragons as gods, and some of them actually do manage to get, like, pretty powerful that way. Like, I always thought that was really, really sick. And, like, I understand why somebody's like, ah, yes, dog bolts, or, like, you know, kobolds should be dogs, just that's just what they are in, like, most media. And that makes total sense, honestly. I don't get upset by them or anything. But it's like, it's for me, they're always just going to be, like, funky little reptile dudes in my brain, even against, like, what the rest of society says, just because those early, especially there's, like, a really good like ecology to kobold, and, like, the early kind of, like, kobold versus like the gnomes and some of the stuff like that. Like, I really like the, like 3.5 didn't really have, like, a concrete setting, but every time they did, like, a little implied setting thing, I thought that was always, like, really, really sick. I really like the kind of, like little bits and pieces, like the, like, extra planar lore you would tease out between all, like, the prestige classes and stuff. It was, like, very fun, and, like, I don't know if I'd say, like, an ARG way, but, like, you know, it wasn't like, this is lore. It's just kind of like you just pick it up and it's like, oh, this is neat, you know? Yeah, I'm also a 3.5 babby, so I feel ya. I still think 4th edition's cool. I don't hate 4th edition, and I'm not opposed to trying earlier editions. It's mostly just 5th edition that it's just, even then it's just like, I just don't feel it. I don't really feel anything for it, you know? Where it's like, I see it and it's like if I'm of the belief that, like, if push comes to shove and somebody was like, how? I genuinely want to play 5th edition, dude. I only want this, but, like, I am a friend of yours and I need you to run this. I would capitulate, because after a certain point, you know, like, games are always just going to be, like, based on who you're running it with more than anything. Like, never, like, even if you're in, like, the perfect system, if the group is bad, the game's going to be bad. It's just, you know, it's a social activity. But, like, I do fully believe that, like, if I had the choice, if somebody's like, "Hal, run a game for me," I would never start with 5th edition D&D. I would never. I'll do Ryutama, I would do Lancer, I would do Necronica, I would do, like, you know, like infinite number of other games, just not 5th edition D&D. That's really bad. Please. No. That's just something too. It's like, it's also weird. That's how you doing, Spork. How you doing? I have very fond nostalgic feelings about 3.5. I don't think I could ever go back. I don't think I could ever go back to 3.5. I think I'm just like, it's too, like, that was a very specific point of time. Unless it was, okay, that's not true. I would have loved to do an all Psionic or all Incarnum 3.5 game. Or maybe, like, Binders, too. Those are cool. I would not want to do core D&D 3.5. This is Wandering Morris from Turnip28. Or at least my take on it. You know, I do my own shit here. There we go. For some mic help. Hey, let's go. Hell yeah. Am I on crack, or were you the one who was getting, like, Muscle Girl art? Somebody was. I distinctly remember somebody was getting Muscle Girl art, and I was like, good for them, you know? Hey, look at me. I can remember things. This is genuinely exciting that I can remember a thing. That sounds like I'm like self-deprecating. Really not. I just have terrible memory. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. I'm gonna let him fully dry before I do any other bits. I could probably run this on the tabletop just fine, but like I think there's like more little tweaks. I also really like, I gotta say that I really like how the colors for like the enamel stuff and the flesh looked really good for his head. A little shiny right now, but it's got this like really like it definitely looks like the fucking vine like grew under the skin. I appreciate you guys are kind to me with my memory being bad, because like I'm jelly, especially of like there are VTubers that are like, I have perfect recall, I can remember literally everything about every viewer, and like I think as a viewer experience, that's like a really cool thing to have as access to. But like my brain is just not built for that. It could not do that, and it makes me sad because I would love to. I would love it if my jellies would like have that level of recall, but I do not. So this guy's done for my great hunger lad, you know. Also like the way that like somehow that made it look really gross, like the fact that like it's like when I the orange, the yellow that was put there originally ended up being a happy little accident because it made like that real fucking disgusting little look. You do have a very distinct name. I mean, like, I recognize, like, the regulars and everyone, like, you know. I can recognize that, but it's also more like once again, where it's like, hey, Hal, what did you say 15 minutes ago? Like, that kind of stuff fucks me up, and I will never be able to give a satisfactory answer. Like, if anyone's ever, like, what was that thing you said 15 minutes ago? You're like, yeah, no, the thing? It's like, no, I'm sorry. That info is lost. That is lost. You would have better luck. My VODs are on YouTube if you want to find that, but otherwise, no, that's not happening. To like shit at the end. Yeah, maybe it's, I mean, to be fair, it's also like there's also that reoccurring. Oh god, I tried to remove the cap from my pallid bone, and it was just like, oh, I guess that shit's just been like. It's getting my fingers. No. I tried to remove the jelly before it got on my fingers, and I fucked up and got on my fingers anyway. I have so many iterations of Planet Loop. Holy shit! I kind of forgot how many iterations of Planet Loop I have. Oh okay, it's a good song. I like it. Very simple. I'm a simple man. I like my Planet Loops. Hey, there we go. This is significant. This is significantly smoother flowing now. That's good. I'm Oishi flavored. I'm Oishi. Oh, there we go. Got the pun, and Jay is not here to hear it. And yeah, so like that. He just need a little bit of goo in that little excess. That's legit. The bases, I might do another layer of black on those. Maybe later. This is looking pretty good. Like, I don't really have like, there's stuff I could start on, but I think this is like a good natural wrap-up point for tonight. So let's go to the chatting screen. There we go. There we go. But yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. I had a lot of fun. So, this is technically last week's schedule. Spoilers. It'll be this week's schedule. It'll be this week's schedule for sure. So, yeah, once again, painting, on, movie, I'm debating. I might actually do fucking, Bahubali. The tricky thing is I need to find an English dub of it, but like, that shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, then on, Tuesday, I am going to be painting some Marines. It's been a bit. Specifically, I'm going to be doing some Sons of Horus ones, which I've not done. I got a really cool paint for them, which I want to do. Then on Thursday, some more Half-Life, and then oh yeah, do you mean like the new trailer thing for like the bolt gun? I know. There's like a Sisters of Battle lady who's like the main character on that as well, which is kind of neat. And then on Sunday, I am painting something. I don't know what I'm painting on Sunday yet. But yeah. Hey, sorry, Geeky Gamer, I am wrapping up. You know, I'll be painting more on Tuesday. I'm gonna be painting some. I'm gonna be painting some Horsehair Sea Marines. That'll be fun. But yeah, bye everybody on YouTube. Bye YouTube people. Bye bye.